paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're one giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody, aka Camelot 331, wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went, and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's hot and loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
We are ready to race. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited.
Hey, you're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes! I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh, look at all these beautiful people in here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm blown away. I'm like the little kid on Halloween Tree. No one's going to get that reference. Oh my gosh, look at all these beautiful faces. Mick Stellar, Lesser Logic's in this bitch. Tristan, Sean, Garlic After Burp. Ooh, Woden Shot, my boy. I'm so glad Woden Shot's here. I always feel like jealous when I see Woden Shot everywhere, but here. And I'm like, I like that guy. Why does he hate me? Anyways, Satellite Check Glass. Oh my gosh, Caleb Bagooga. How you doing? Spetsnaz, Mick Stellar, my boy. Ants, how you doing? Again, Meat Puppet, Ben Ryder, Stinky Bug, PS2 Chiper. How you doing, buddy? So we got a lot to talk about. Razzle Dazzle. Halloween Tree. Yeah. Razzle Dazzle, son. I was hanging out with a girl one time, Razzle Dazzle. And I showed her Halloween Tree because I was like, bro, you got to see this shit. It's going to change your life. Because it's fucking Leonard Nimoy. Anyways, I showed it to her and she said it wasn't good. And I was like, never again will I hang out with you, bitch. And I didn't. I made a safety deposit of baby gravy, and I put her on her way. Boys, we got so much to talk about today. Everybody's getting banned. PayPal be banning. YouTube be banning. VPNs are gone. It's the end of the damn world. Someone please put a shotgun in my mouth. No, it's a joke. I will do it myself. I will handle this. I promise you. By the way, guys, huge announcement coming. It's probably going to be Thursday. Look, dudes. Look. Okay. We got 2 members. Oh, my God. So, you guys know about the goals, obviously. You guys know. Everybody knows. We are at the Naked Snake 498. That's 498 streams in a row, Naked Snake. If we hit 500, which will be Monday, if we hit it today and then Monday, it'll be 500. I will be doing a 24-hour show on that Thursday or Friday of next week. It depends on when Metal Gear comes out, because the goal is I'm going to play Metal Gear 24 hours in Naked Snake garb, boys. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy as hell. We're going to have so much fun. And also, to drive the point home a little bit further, I'll be doing a small fundraiser to help with travel expenses and tires and stuff for my last couple of scheduled races. I know, and the reason I'm doing that is because a bunch of my sponsors requested me do that, so we can have like an event around it. So they're going to come in and support, and of course anybody can support, and anybody that does over $1,000 will put a like custom logo on my car at the next race. I don't want to announce what I'm doing yet, but trust me, it's going to be the coolest shit you've ever heard. So that's all the goals. Let's hit these super chats before we start today. We're going to talk about that Star Wars girl, the beautiful and illustrious, adorable Anna. And we're going to talk about another person that was somebody just super chatted about, coincidentally. We're going to talk about the VPNs. We're going to talk about Asmongold. And we're going to have a great day, a great time. It's Saturday with you boys. And who is next? Am I going to be banned next? Well, we'll find out, because I do say a lot of unsavory things. Daracuda! Oh, my God. My boy. He's gifted a membership. Thank you, baby. Sean says, rip Brent Hines. Bro, we just saw Mastodon. I understand that he wasn't there, but I'm just saying, like, coincidence, right? We just saw Mastodon. It's just such a weird coincidence, you know? Anyways, thank you, Sean. I love you. Billy Hatcher with a pink boy! Oh! Stop. YouTube doesn't want us to be safe with a VPN turned on. Also, it's the best way is to access content. We can't watch in our own region. One question is, when will they ban users for using AdBlock? Because a lot of people do that. Yeah, look, dude. I don't care what anybody says, okay? This is all based around one thing: taking privacy and anonymity away from people. Why? To protect the children, Billy? Hell no. It is not to protect children, Billy. It is 100% so they can see who is behind an anonymous account that has dissenting views. That is all it's about. In the UK, if you say you're not okay with immigration, guess who gets to go to jail now? Your ass does. That's the point. And they want to spread it everywhere. They want complete control, because one thing about online is the small amount of anonymity we do have, and it's very small. They want that gone because they don't like not having control over everything. They want control over everything. Everything. Bro, if you give a homeless person $1, that shit pops up on your IRS report. How? How did they know? You know what I'm saying? They know, man. Thank you, Billy. I love you. Gabriel Knight, my boy, says, without warning, YouTube removed Star Wars Marvel Purists monetized channel on BS Grounds 2 days ago for criticizing and clowning on paid access shields. Can't get a human agent to review. YouTube sucks. Dude, 100%. Boo, shut your ass. 100%, Gabriel. I was talking about this the other day. Unless you are a famous YouTuber, and I mean famous, like Asmongold or Charlie, maybe, not even Charlie nowadays. If you're not famous, they're not going to respond, and you're never going to get a person. I emailed YouTube once a week for 8 months because they were dragging on my verification in 2020. And they just never responded with anything. They never responded with anything. I was like, can I just talk to somebody? They're like, nope. I'm like, where does all the money go? Where does all the revenue go for platforms when they don't even have an office of people that are working or talking or nothing? Where's the money going? Is it all algorithm and server upkeep? It's the weirdest shit in the world, right? Thank you, Gabriel Knight. I love you. We're going to check that out, by the way, Star Wars Marvel Purist. Chachi, they're going fast. They might just crash. Eat my ass. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bird infested. Annie Rand says, yellow boy for more titties and movies. Based. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Black Sheep with a gifted membership. Thank you, buddy. If we get to 100, we do Fight Milk. 100 memberships tonight, and we do Fight Milk. I love you. Tristan. What's up, Beaches? When's your book supposed to ship? We need an Echo Snake. Number 500, bro. So I have like 100 boxes right here of undisclosed material. So everything on the book is complete and ready to go. The only thing left is a few chapters of art, which are being worked on literally as we speak. I have all the merchandise literally right here in all the boxes. Everything's ready to go. Once the books are done, they're printed immediately, shipped, and I'm pumping them all out. It's going to be a lot of work. Thank you, Tristan. Love you. So thank God. I'm just glad the ball is rolling because sometimes I don't hear anything for a week and I get freaked out. Team Ray. What's up, Cody? You signed a picture. You're signed pictures in my art studio. Well, hell yeah. But thank you. Thank you, baby. I love you. Black Sheep. Still. Bum, 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 dun, dun, dun. That's like my favorite TikTok / reels, you know. Somebody falls off a skateboard and they just hit so hard. Like there's this one where a dude falls off a skateboard, goes down a stair, like a 5 stair, and just hits the thing, like hits a rail and bends all contorted and broken, and then it like fades off to blackness, and it's like boo, bum, 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 snake. It says game over. Thank you, Black Sheep. Oh, holy ozone, Rob. Thank you, baby. Love you, Robbie Pobby. Thank you, my friend. You are the GOAT with the gold boy. We are one red boy from a rainbow night. Look at that, dude. Look at that. We are rolling, boys. We are officially rolling today. One red boy from a rainbow night. Thank you, Rob. I love you. And Stephanie becomes a member. Thank you, Stephanie. I love you. Joey Sledge, when's the next meetup? Chicago. First week of September. Thank you, Stephanie. I love you. All right. Let's do this. All right. So first and foremost, let's talk about my girl, Anna, who was demonetized on YouTube after 5 years. Keep in mind, guys, all you got to do is mass report. The more people that retweet or mass report your profile, you can be removed unjustly. The more people that share fake whatevers to anybody they can, the more likely you're going to be removed. This is the common tactic of people that tend to reside on the left. I don't really know why, but they just do. Look, I'm not speaking politically. It's just something that the left does. They love to get people fucking fired or removed or canceled, whatever. So they always mass report, right? That's how these things work. There's a reason why leftist commentators never fucking face any accountability for anything, and only conservative commentators. I don't know if you remember 4 or 5 years ago. Holy shit. Bro, if you even remotely wore a red tie, you would get banned on YouTube. If you wore a red tie and said anything politically that could be confused as conservative on Twitter, you would have been fucking banned 5 years ago. The tides changed a lot, but there's still people lockstep in that same thought process where I'll just mass report. I'll just take this fake post and send it to everybody and try to get everybody fired. I'm going to get everybody fired. They still think they can do that. Probably because they suffer from mental illness or they're teenagers. That's usually the case, right? Teenagers, mental illness, same thing. So that's something that happens very, very, very regularly. It happens to me every day. Every single day. You can ask April from Auburn Designs, one of my sponsors in racing. She gets emails every day of just a fake bullshit about, and they're like, you need to stop supporting Cody in racing because he beats his wife and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't have any evidence for this. I'm just saying it. But so yeah, that's how these works. Or like out of context clips from a comedy show. God, it's my favorite. That's my favorite. I did some stand up. I did a 10-minute set in Nashville like 2 years ago. And somebody trying to use that to cancel me now because I said the F slur in my set as a punchline of getting banned on Twitter. I literally said that, and that's the joke. It's the punchline. And yeah, now they're trying to ban me, get me banned from that. You know, every other day it's another thing. Oh, you said the F slur on stage and blah blah blah. This comedy, yeah, it's fucking comedy, bro. It's comedy. It's a comedy show. What the fuck's wrong with you? And but people don't realize that they think that they see me like getting into racing and stuff. They're like, oh, well, he's not allowed to be a comedian, right? You can't do both, right? I'm like, oh, okay. Guess I'll just kill myself. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, by the way, Bourbon Infested just gifted 20 memberships. Nick Steller says comedy is dead. No, dude, like, no, the thing is, it doesn't usually work, but people still try to use the same tactics that used to work when in 2015, 2016, 2017. They just try to get people canceled for out of context shit, right? That kind of stuff is generally over, but they still try. They still try every day, you know, and you still have to weather it. You still have to talk to people and talk to PR people and like explain to them why it's bullshit. And they're like, oh, okay, cool, we get it. You know, thank you, by the way, Bird Infested. I love you. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. No, if this was 2016 and I was trying to race and like racing in NASCAR, yeah, I'd have been banned fucking weekend. I'd have been banned immediately. They'd have been get the fuck out of here. They had to toe the line back then too. Every corporation had to toe the line back then. They were in danger of being canceled all the time. Now that stuff's cringe, but people still try it. They want to have some kind of control over your life. That's the most important thing to them because they don't have any control over theirs usually. And i.e., what I mean is either A, they're suffering from a mental illness, or B, they're teenagers, so they don't have any control over their life. So they want to try to have control over everybody else's. But to be completely transparent with you, doesn't matter what happens in the end. Fuck, if I got fired from everything, in the end, still gonna make money. Still gonna fucking love life. Still gonna build me my 68 fastback. Woo! I'm gonna drop a goddamn, drop a freaking big fat ass coyote in it, dude. I'm gonna have a good time. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna make my life bad. No matter what you do, I'm still gonna party, bro. Thank you, Andy Rand. I love you. All right, so let's talk about the canceling. Billy, Cody should play all Metal Gear 3 solids for the 500 streak. How the fuck am I gonna do that? Listen, Billy, Metal Gear Delta is the most important. We got to play the remake of 3. That's the most important thing. So if I beat it within the 24-hour range, maybe, you know, but I don't know what's going to happen. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate you. All right, let's get going. One red boy from a rainbow night on this beautiful ass Saturday. $100 super chat. Let's do it. All right, first and foremost, boys, let's talk about our girl. Now, let me see if I can do something here. Isn't there a way you can get rid of this menu on Twitter, this left menu? I don't remember. I think there is a way you can do that. I saw on somebody else's stream, they had like their Twitter was formatted so much better than mine. Oh, that's how. They just literally zoomed in. My God. Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable. Okay. They just zoomed in. Wow, that's crazy. All right, boy. Hell no, Beat Puppet. You can't pay me to turn right. All right. So first and foremost, boys, our first victim is the beautiful Anna. Got a little bit of weight on her now. I prefer it, to be honest. Love me some Anna. But Anna says, what the heck? She tagged Team YouTube creators, and YouTube itself. Says, after 5 years of having my live channel monetized, I contacted you because I'd never been paid. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You told me I had been, but refused to provide receipts, and now I find you've demonetized me, removed advanced features, and flagged me. This is ridiculous. Please restore my account. See, what happened is they got confused when she did all this, when she asked them a question, and they just disabled her account. Dude, this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. All right? This is what always happens with YouTube and with you just never ask a question. One of my biggest mistakes ever was emailing YouTube like years ago. Don't even ask the question, bro. You'll get demonetized or fucking removed, right? You just got to fly under the radar. Now, what people don't understand is getting demonetized as a live streamer is the end of your life. It will be the end of your life if you're a content creator, you know? Russell Hall says you're not going to like hearing that. What? That she thick? It's a good thick. She's a good thick. It's a good thing, Russell. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Where is he, Jibby? Jibby says, stop gooning over Anna. It's weird. No, bro. I have gooned to Anna's face. I will never stop. Don't stop. Won't stop, bruh. The gooner's life for me. It's the Gooner's Law for me. So anyways, Anna streamed about this. We're going to pull up her video too. Of course, YouTube responded in the most corporate copy and paste response ever. Sorry for the frustration. Send us a URL so we can do nothing about it. People are telling her to start another channel, but she did go live about this, and she talked about it on her live. Or no, she talked about it on a video first. So we're gonna see this. We're gonna see this. Let's pull this up for that. Gibber says you're messed up. Yeah, no shit. Where you've been? So we're 6 years in. You just realized it. It's crazy. Damn, Camelot's weird. 6 years later, my bro. He's like the snail. Gibber is like that snail that like follows you for your whole life, and you'll be rich and healthy unless it catches you, then you automatically die. That's Gibber. He's that snail. I'm just now realizing Camelot's weird. All right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I apologize for my indiscretions. All right. But that being said, that's not the only one, boys. Marvel purist, exact same thing, which is funny because it's like the same name almost, like that Star Wars girl, that Star Wars Marvel purist, the weirdest shit in the world, you know. Professor says YouTube demonetized her as soon as she started asking for money. Damn. Story of my life, bro. Woden shot. Whoa, hold on. What are you talking about? Hold on, Woden shot. What the hell? What the hell are you talking about? I broke down in tears over it. Whoa. I don't remember this. Did I delete the stream? Was it because when she did was it when she announced she got married? I think I did cry. I was like, fuck no. There goes my shot. She's just the kind of annoying that I can deal with. All right, okay. You were drunk. That makes sense. Okay, shit. All right, come on. I doubt it, Dark. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Hey, look, dude, I have a great streaming audience. I love these people. Freddie's even here, and he's a bitch. I met him in real life. Fuck, what a bitch. Okay. Let's continue. Sorry, guys. I'm getting sidetracked with Freddie. Honestly, fuck YouTube. I'm switching to Rumble out of spite. Well, I have 35,000 followers on Rumble. I would love to hit 100K, but you can't hit 100K unless they're really pushing you over on Rumble. And they stopped pushing me years ago. But I would love to get the little Rumble Spock. They send you like a little monolith. I want that shit. And where exactly did your shot go, bro? Where did my shot go? In the trash, bro. In the trash. Anna doesn't understand what I could have gave her. She just doesn't get it. Okay. I'm joking, by the way. I watched Katie did clip this shit. Camelot gooning over Anna, his long lost love. She's too hairy, bro. These are jokes. Plot twist. I love the hair. Oh shit, no. All right. So here's what Star Wars Marvel Purist says. Hey, Team YouTube. Last night my channel got deleted. Oops, sorry, fuck, wrong one. Deleted. After being mass flagged prior to this, I had no strikes on my channel. Good standing. I think this is a mistake resulting from a mass flagging. Yes, if you are not aware of how things work on the tube, bro, people can mass report you, and you have a 3-strike policy, from what I remember, on YouTube, and you'll just get them all on the same day, and you're banned for life. No comes backsies, baby. You're done. It's over. It's over, Swift Minus. We're fucking done. It's the end of our life. Where's the nearest shotgun? I prefer it to be manufactured in China. Boom. You know what I'm saying? I would be the first casualty in the war. But that's what I'm saying, dude. They'll do that shit. They'll mass flag your ass and get you removed, bro. Removed. These people don't stop. You have dissenting views. They will do whatever it takes to ruin your life. What do they want? What is their end game? I don't know if you guys remember, but my boy Nick Ricada went through some shit, boys. He went through some shit. He did some dumbass shit. We all know he did some dumbass shit. We saw this. He did dumb shit. He took his lashes and he moved on. But there was people that were angry at him in my chat when I was talking about this. I was like, well, I was like dissecting what was going on with Nick. This was during all this shit. And people were so mad. And I got to point this out. And this is always the case. These people that are really mad, they don't know you. They don't know anybody. They are just like weirdly parasocially attached to this drama sphere. Why? It's all based in entertainment. They don't actually hate Nick. They don't actually hate me. It's entertainment for them, right? That's what it is. So that being said, people get viciously pissed off. Think of the children, they say. When 2 posts earlier, they were talking about, I hope Nick's children like suffer for this. And then 2 posts later, the same person's like, think about his children. Like, what the fuck? No, see, it's a guise. It's all to fuel the entertainment, right? That's what it's about. So when Nick was going through all this, there was people that were so pissed. And I remember I asked one of them. I like isolated one of them, right? And I was like, what do you want? Right? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? People never think about that. These people that are really mad at me or Nick or Anna or Gary or Jeremy or, fucking Ethan or fucking, anybody, raise your fist. People that are mad at these people. You're like, okay, what do you want to happen? And they're like, they have no idea. Some of them will come out and say it, though. They'll be like, oh, I want him to fucking die. I've seen one person say it. And I shouldn't say it, some of them. It's like one person. One person actually said that. And I was like, damn, bro. So at least you're honest. I respect that. But when it came to Nick Rekieta, I was like, what do you want to happen? Because what I want to happen is I want Nick to take his lashes, learn from him, and become a better person and serve his family in the best way possible. Better than ever. Become a better content creator, a better father, all across the board. You know what I'm saying? That's beneficial to everybody. And I'm like, why would you not want the same? Right? It's like, well, I don't know. I don't know what I want. Right. You want the entertainment to continue. And I totally get it. I'm not pretending like I don't. Well, that's what this is based off of. Right? People don't know what they want. They just want you dead. And some of them will say that. They will say they want you to fucking die. Right? And those are the people that are messaging my family. Those are the people that are trying to get me swatted. They do this today, currently. I don't even talk about how often the police show up at my house anymore. I don't even talk about that anymore. Right? Because it's boring now. If the police show up, don't even talk about it anymore on stream. Because why not? It's happened so many times now, it's kind of irrelevant. The same thing that Tim does. Tim doesn't talk about it. He gets swatted every week. I got swatted 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. I'm like, okay, I just tell the police, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber, this happens, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, cool. And they leave. It's not a big deal where I live. No knock warrants are illegal. They can't just bust in and start shooting people. But that's what they want, right? That's what they want. They want you dead, right? Because if you ask them what they really want, they can't tell you, right? So that being said, Star Wars Marvel Purist got his channel deleted overnight over a mass flagging attempt. All right. Team YouTube says the first step here is to appeal, which sends your channel directly to our policy team, and they'll follow up over email. And then Star Wars Purist says you decline my appeal in less than 25 minutes, which leads me to believe a real human didn't actually review the appeal. And that is 100%. Dude, you know how many times I've sent in appeals to YouTube before? You know how many times I've sent in appeals to any platform ever? Right? Any platform ever. I think Twitter, I got up to like over 1,000 appeals on Twitter before I gave up. Because they would get immediately refused every time. They would get immediately refused. Every single one I put out there. So I just stopped caring. Like, fuck it, dude. I'll just be based on my new account, which is what happens. And it's going really well. I go viral every day on Twitter, which is unexpected. Now, granted, I post I post comedy-based bullshit, But real quick, I know there's a super chat floating around here somewhere. Russell. Oh, damn it. Ashley, what's up, baby? Hope you're doing well. Hey, by the way, we're one red boy from a Rainbow Night over here on YouTube. One red boy, and then that'll put us halfway to Naked Snake for the 499th stream in a row. If we make it to 500, we're going to have a 24-hour stream Thursday or Friday. I'll announce it officially. I need to look at exactly when Metal Gear comes out because I'm going to play Metal Gear. That's going to be the point. Metal Gear, big fundraiser. Going to have some guests. It's going to be great. So, bro, I seen YouTube in 2001 compared to now, and it's been trash. What the hell happened? 2001? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube was founded in 05. Could be wrong. You know what I miss about YouTube? The 5-star rating system. That's what I miss. The 5-star rating system. Bring it back. Christopher Sean says, Cody, you don't age. Maybe that's what they don't like. I feel like I do. Like my hairline has come back a little bit, I think. Right? My beard is kind of gray. I'm definitely aging. Now, there's a phenomena that we have to discuss about that. We'll talk about Aaron in a second, but I don't know about you guys. What's up, MA? I don't know about you guys, but I saw a thread based around where I grew up, and every single person that graduated around to where I would have, keep in mind I quit school, but every single person that graduated the year before or the year after me or when I would have look like they're 55 or 60. What the fuck is going on? What's going on? Holy shit. There was a guy that was like almost completely bald, white, gray hair, and looked like he was 60, and he graduated a year after I would have. What the fuck's going on, bro? I look almost the same. Like, what happened, dude? It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, everybody's obese and old. God damn, bro. Weird as hell to me. Like, I don't look much different from when I was 26. I just look like, I guess, older. It's hard to even, what's the word I'm looking for here? I look a little older than 26. What happened? It's weird, man. It's weird. Ashley says she was saying hi to me, not you. Oh, okay, that's nice. You know what? You know what? You only look 47. Thank you, Freddie. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all your love and your support. You're so good to your boy. You're so good to your boy. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you, Vermin Infested, for your 20 memberships, by the way. Time is a hell of a drug. But Star Wars Purist, yes. Channel got yeeted off the face of the earth, and it says the channel was removed because it violated terms of service. Now, to give you guys more context of what's going on, usually what they will ban people for, what the reason is eventually given, is reused content. And what they mean by reused content is you literally uploading clips from your own streams. They will ban you for that. Now, is it legitimate? No, but it's all mass reporting. They'll just mass report. Somebody will mass report you. You know, they'll mass report the fuck at you. Then you're goofed. You're goofed. And do you want to be goofed? No, no one wants to be goofed, bro. No, dude, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, Motor Racer. Yeah, no Motor Racer. I've seen videos of that, and no, that would never happen to me. Stang says you just picked your nose. No, so here, Stangs. You're probably new here. I have a deviated septum right here. I can breathe. Oh, but also I do pick my nose. But that was not one of those times. But I'll let you know when it happens. I'll fucking call you up. But hey, watch that. Watch it. Dragon Fury says I'm 34 and people often mistake me for being in my mid-20s. Yes, but here's the weird thing. Okay, there are people out there. Specifically, it's always women. I don't know what this is. I have seen women on my personal Facebook. Okay, and they'll be like, people always mistake me for being 18. And I'm like, Sandra, listen, no. I saw a girl the other day. Now, I shouldn't say the other day. This is like a year ago. She posted a selfie. And she was like, people keep mistaking me for 16, LOL. And I'm like, and she looked like 50, bro. I was like, what? Ma'am, no. Ma'am, no. No, ma'am. No. No, just because you get carded doesn't mean they think you're young. Okay? They're just making sure that you're a human. Oh, my God. All right. Okay. Okay, boys. Let's talk about VPNs real quick. If I can find. See, now my nose is starting to get freaked out. Stangs, you bastard. Stangs, you bastard. My nose is getting tickly. I'm self-conscious now. You did this to me. I'm going to sneeze, and it's all Spank's fault. Spanks? Spank. Booger flavor. Ooh. Ooh. All right, boys. We are 100 away from halfway to Naked Snake. One red boy from a rainbow night on this illustrious stream. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Get the hell on it, Diddy dog on it. We are 2 naked snakes from the almighty goal. The almighty goal. And what is the goal, boys? 500 snakes. Here we go. I'm 38 and people think I'm in my 20s till I take off my hat and they see my shiny dome. Oh, no. Wishbone, no. Oh, dude, speaking of domes, you guys remember that girl I was telling you all about? Deviated septum. Do you remember the girl I was telling you about that was from Wisconsin? And she went viral for saying somebody was complaining about somebody bringing their Bluetooth speaker to the beach. And she was like, why don't you just nicely ask them to turn it down or to play music you like? Not everything has to be so crazy. And I'm like, let me guess. You grew up in a flyover state, right? A rural flyover state. And then I Googled her because she was like a journalist. Yep, she grew up in Wisconsin and she still lives in Wisconsin. I was like, ha, 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 gotcha, bitch. Now, funniest part about that, 3 days later, this dude posted a picture of himself. He was at a theater and there was people beside him that were being like loud and talking to during the movie. And he calmly and nicely asked them if they could, quiet down for the movie. And they beat the living shit out of him. And that's why that lady has never left Wisconsin. Why can't you just ask? Oh, because they're going to beat the shit out of me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The whole reason they are talking or the whole reason they bring a Bluetooth speaker to an enclosed area or something, the whole reason is to cause an issue so somebody says something so they can fucking fight you. The whole fucking point. It's like, that's the whole point, bro. Come on. All right, let's pull this video up. Let's pull it up, boys. Jamie, pull it up. Okay, I guess not. I'll just do the opposite. All right, boys, here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Mr. Deep Humor giving us some of that beautiful info here. Let's talk about it. Let's have a good time. Get the hell on it, Diddy dog on it. First red boy gets a kiss on the penis. I mean the face. I mean the labia. I mean the ass. Whatever. You guys get it.
So YouTube is cracking down on VPNs and their ability to stop the ID verification. And to my premium users, make sure you guys check your emails because you might have gotten a pretty interesting update. A lot of YouTube premium users have gotten this email saying, we are updating the terms of service for YouTube Premium, YouTube Music Premium, and YouTube Premium Lite subscriptions. These new terms will be included in the YouTube paid service terms of service and will go into effect on September 26, 2025. We are making these changes to improve clarity and transparency regarding your subscription, including clarifying our plan types.
Clarifying our plan types. You guys know what this is, right? You guys know what this is, right? They're going to tell you that your YouTube Premium is now YouTube Premium Lite and will no longer block any ads. Go fuck yourself. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. We're going back to the cable days, guys. We're going back to the cable days. Hey, man, you know what? I know you canceled cable because it was $180 a month, but hear me out. There's 25 new apps that are $10 a piece. You should buy all of them. Oh, by the way, their $4.99 version, it no longer turns off ads. You have to get the premium version. It's $14.99. Oh, by the way, now you're spending $400 a month. Oh, cable has returned. Yeah. No, thank you. That is why I refuse to subscribe to another service. You know what I wanted to watch recently? Severance. Somebody, I think it was Flash. Somebody told me Severance was badass. So my happy ass is like, yeah, I'm going to watch that. Oh, guess what? It's on Apple TV. Guess I'll never watch it. Because you can eat my ass. I ain't going back to the cable days. I cut the cord in 2010, and I'm not going back. I got 4 services, and 2 of them are provided by my phone and or fiber. And one of them, I think, is Ballard's. I'm sorry, Ballard. Oops. I think it's Ballard's. Yeah, Ballard. What's up? Eat my ass. No, I love you. It's a joke. It's a joke. I think the only one I pay for is it might be, I think it's Amazon Prime. I don't remember though. But they're coming back. They're coming back, boys. Karis with an orange boy says another box ticked at why I don't care for social events with people I don't know. My man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What is this? What is this? Swift kiss to your penis, Karis. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. Karis getting us on the cusp of the 200. On the cusp of the 200. Getting us ever closer to the 24-hour stream. We love you, Karis. Thank you, Karos. We love you. One red boy from a rainbow night. Karos is the man. Big kiss. Big kiss. Little kiss. Big hug. Little hug. Big hug. Big kiss. Big kiss. Big hug.
On promotional offers and accepting payment methods, and clarifying that your subscription access should be predominantly from the country where you signed up, providing additional explanations and clarifications on our subscription policies. So why does this matter? Well, a lot of people would use a VPN like NordVPN, for example, to
Uh-oh, everyone. Did you hear that? Your service needs to come from the country of your origin, meaning what? You can no longer use a VPN. No! How will I watch all of my porn? Billy! I just torrent everything I want to watch and have over 100 KB of hard drive space, so I just keep everything downloaded. You're going to go to jail. You know what I used to do, dude? I agree, Amari Games. I agree. He is the GOAT. I even stole his thumbnail. Now I'll put it in the description. Watch him come after me, you motherfucker. Like, look, it's because I love you, bro. No, so here's the deal. Here's the thing. Here's the deal, everybody. So when I used to torrent everything years ago, I got mail. I got mail every month. Every month I got mail from WoW. You know what WoW is? You know what WoW is? WoW is a cable internet service where I live. Okay. Now I dropped that bullshit, got fiber because that shit sucked. But fiber's the shit. So, but before that, I got a piece of mail every month, and it would have every piece of media I downloaded. Breaking Bad season 4, episode 3. Had all that shit. And they're like, if you keep downloading stuff, we're gonna turn off your cable. Had that shit for 10 years, boys. They were bluffing. Bluffing, I tell you. Yeah, you're going to stop taking my money, my ass. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Not sure with 5 gifted memberships. Oh, my God. What a legendary human this man is. He's legendary. And that puts us at 28 memberships, boys. Look at that. Fat, delicious 28 memberships. We're rolling in. We're rolling in it, boys. We're rolling in. Thank you for providing to the grift. I appreciate you. Russell, I live in North Carolina. Hold on for a second. What's up, hello, Hellboy Hendricks? How you doing, fellow guy? Appreciate you, dude. I got pinched for pirating Team America once a long time ago. America. Rest in peace. All right, here we go. Thank you, not sure. Appreciate that, buddy. Not sure. He's not sure, but I am.
Basically change their location to a different country where YouTube Premium is a cheaper price. YouTube Premium's price is not like a fixed amount of dollars. It's actually dependent on what country you're from. For example, if you set your VPN to Argentina, you'd be able to get a pretty nice and cheap price for YouTube Premium, but obviously YouTube doesn't want that to happen. So a lot of premium users are getting an email saying, basically, you need to make sure that when you're paying for YouTube Premium, you aren't using a VPN to change your location. And if you do change your location, then you can actually be suspended from YouTube Premium. It means that your premium subscription will just be completely canceled. Now, so a lot of people are also using VPNs to try to avoid the whole age verification thing that's going on YouTube right now by setting their location to a different country, which maybe doesn't have YouTube's ID verification so heavily enforced. Well, YouTube has actually started pushing out messages where they are just not letting people use VPNs at all on the web.
They have to adhere to the WEF, boys. Look, if you guys don't know what's going on, let me explain it to you in excruciating detail. So here's the thing, boys. Obviously, there's one big organization, and I am going to assume that it's the WEF or something similar to the WEF. And I am going to let you know that there is a one world government trying to push this on every single country on the face of the earth, starting with the UK. What is going on exactly? Look, they want to be able to identify dissenting opinions. That's it. So if they look at Professor Art in the chat, right? And they're like, this guy said he's not in favor of the new COVID vaccine, right? Let's assume like a different president was elected, you know? Let's assume that things went in a different direction and they were able to get OSHA to force everybody in the entire U.S. to get vaccinated, right? Now, remember, they had longstanding holdings. Almost every politician had a lot of money tied into Moderna and Pfizer, right? So obviously they were pushing the shit out of it because they were going to make a lot of money. I should have invested. That was stupid of me. I didn't think about it at the time. Next pandemic, you best believe I'm going to put about $10,000 in whoever's making the vaccine, because they're going to try to force it on you. It's all about the money, boy. So think about this for a second. Let's say Professor Art is like, hey, man, I am not in favor of the new vaccine that's coming around, right? And the same thing that was happening in 2020 starts to happen, where people on YouTube and people on Twitter are getting banned for saying they don't want to take the vaccine, right? That was happening on YouTube. We memory hold it. We all memory hold it, remember? But on YouTube, if you even typed the word COVID, your message would get removed and your videos would get demonetized and your channel could get banned for it. A lot of people don't remember this. So I digress. Let's say Professor Art is not in favor of the new vaccine and things are a little different socially and culturally, and they push it through legally, right? And he says on his YouTube account that he has an ID verification for that he already went through, and he put his face in there. He put his fucking face on the he sent his ID in. They can be like, okay, look, let's see, Professor Art, our AI has detected that he is not in favor of the vaccine. Interesting. Let's look up his ID. Oh, look, his name is Josh Smith. Oh, wow. Here's his address, Josh Smith's address. Suddenly you get a knock on the door at 3 a.m. That's what they want to do, right? Because to be completely honest, when the vaccine rollout last time didn't make them as much money as they would have hoped, because they thought it was going to get pushed through everywhere. There were certain countries, I think Australia maybe had a 90%. No, it was Japan. I think it was Japan. Had a 93% vaccination rate. I think it was Japan. I might be wrong. And they also coincidentally have the highest number of mysterious deaths. It's up like 10,000% in the last 2 years. Like heart issues, right? So, I mean, obviously something wasn't thoroughly tested, but luckily we didn't get fucked here in America. One, because the Constitution exists, and two, because they didn't get it forced through OSHA. Now, what if this happens again? They're gonna try their best to push it through, and these people with dissenting opinions are gonna get removed. Because last time it was hard. It was really hard to shut down the dissenting opinions because you don't really know who Professor Art is, right? That's the biggest issue they have. So they want to put these things in place, these ID verifications in place. So if you have a dissenting view, their AI can detect it and remove you immediately without a second's thought. You're gone. You're done. Can't talk anymore online. Right? Why? Because they have a lot of investments in these companies making these pharmaceutical drugs. They want to make money from it. And I totally get it, but you can't force people to do shit. Now, maybe you can in the UK, but you can't in our country, right? Praise Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they want to do. That's the whole point behind all this. It always has been. It's to make people have no choice so they make as much money as possible. Right? Right? And to be fair, you heard it here first, but there's another pandemic that we can't avoid. You best believe. Who's making the vaccine? Pfizer? Okay, I'm going to buy 10,000. That's what I'm doing. Because if it gets passed in the law, I'm going to become a millionaire. That's for damn sure. Because it's all about that. It's all about control. Right. And what I was trying to get to, Jen, the very beginning, is this. I believe that COVID was a test run to see how likely people were to let things happen. And I think the UK Online Safety Act that is obviously pushed by the WEF or something, that's the big one, right? And they're going to put all these things in place, and then there's going to be another pandemic or war or something that we can't avoid. And they're going to use that one law in the UK, not in the US, in the UK. But U.S. companies are adhering to it. U.S. companies are getting fined if they don't. U.S. companies that are not based in the U.K. are getting fined monetary money by the U.K. right now. 4chan. They're trying to fine 4chan £25,000 a day. And 4chan was like, no, what the fuck you? We're not even in the U.K. That's what they're trying to do, right? A lot of companies are adhering to it. Why are they doing so? It's so if every company adheres to it and then we memory hole it for a couple of years and we don't think about it and suddenly there's another pandemic or a war or some kind of conflict we can't avoid, you have dissenting views in the U.S., you're done. They might not be able to pass a law from the U.S. government, but they can pass it in another country and require all tech companies to adhere to another country and then use the other country's policies to negatively affect Americans. Oh, it's actually not the country. Sorry, because you're gonna ask what's going on to your government, Mr. Congressman. Why is this happening in America? Why is this happening in Alabama? I'm not in the UK. What's going on? And they're gonna be like, It's not the UK, it's YouTube. Sorry. Oh, they're a private company. It's their policy. Sorry. If they can't force it through law, they'll force companies and tech companies to do it for them. Because technically, they're private companies. That's why they try to get OSHA to require the vaccine for every single job in the US. So they try to do. They try to get OSHA to require it because the government couldn't. But guess who can? An organization can. That's what they try to do. And they're going to try to do the same thing with YouTube. Well, it's YouTube now. Sorry, it's not actually the UK. It's YouTube's policy that perfectly aligns with the UK's laws. Go fuck yourself. We need a digital bill of rights now. Now. Need a digital bill of rights now. For damn sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Compliance or silence. Here we go. Beep, 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 beep. The poopiest guy. I like your profile picture, man. He says, your party's in power and you're still complaining. My party is in power. Wow. This is your first time here? It's my first time here. Hey, make sure you subscribe, my man. All right. I thank the stars every single day that I am not I do not have the mind constraints to think in black and white. Thank the Lord. Thank Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, for doing that for me. The Wano Campo, what's up, dude? Where the hell you been? Says, why is Diggers mad at you? He lost it on Quantum TV Drama. It's pathetic that he deleted his channel and he's streaming ain't good either. Well, here's the deal, dude. Here's the deal. Wano Campo, I don't really know what I think he just said something. Okay. I think he just said something and he regretted it. He apologized to me already. So it's all good. It's all good, Wano Campo. Water under the bridge. I love you, dude. Thank you, my man. Russell Hall said, is this bullshit why Zia can't sit on a cake? Yes, sir. Right. You're right on the money, my man. Russell Hall, you're on the money. Do you want to see that? Is that what you want to see, Russell? You want to see her sit on a cake? I'll tell her to, and I'll send it. I'll text it to you. So you got it. You got it in your personal arsenal. When you get in your penis tattoo with Jim Cat's logo, I don't know. Tim's gonna have to shell out some coin for that one. I'll do it though. Hey, look, I'm not above any amount of money. Come on, let's go. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Website. A lot of people have gotten a message like this on YouTube where it says VPN/proxy detected. To continue, turn off your VPN/proxy. This will allow YouTube to locate the best content. Keep in mind that a lot of people don't even use VPNs to avoid the age verification or to try to get a cheaper price on YouTube Premium. A lot of them just use it for basic safety on the internet. The internet is a pretty dangerous place, and a lot of people don't want a bunch of random websites to just have their IP address, so they mask it with the VPN. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting change that they're making, basically cracking down more on the YouTube Premium users, basically saying, yeah, make sure that if you have a VPN on, it's not set to a different country. Otherwise, we're just going to cancel your shit outright. I mean, with the price hikes to YouTube Premium, with there being a YouTube Premium Lite where you can still see ads, it really does seem a lot less beneficial to sign up for YouTube Premium nowadays. And, you know, that's just my opinion. And YouTube might not be very happy with me saying that. But at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, they're the ones who keep doing the price hikes and adding the whole Premium Lite thing and whatever. There's a lot of weird changes going on YouTube right now. And it's no coincidence this is coming right after the whole age verification thing that's happening on YouTube.
It's all happening at the same time. It's not a coincidence. Every day there's a new parameter in place that just so happens to align perfectly with the UK's Online Safety Act. The UK is done with they're done with VPNs. They're done with VPNs in the UK, right? Keep in mind, in the UK, politicians admitted live on television that this law is meant to monitor adults with dissenting anti-immigration views. They've said this out in the open. The fact that there isn't more outrage is actually kind of surprising. Probably because everybody's getting banned for talking about it, right? But guess what? The UK implements the Online Safety Act. They're banning VPNs. And guess what YouTube announces fucking a week later? It's not a coincidence, dude. It's not a coincidence. Because they think they're going to pay the $25,000 a month. I'm like, oh, fuck that. Now we can think to ourselves, is YouTube following something because they're worried about money? Or is there nefarious actions in place? The CEO of YouTube, what is he doing? We don't know, right? It's pretty spooky shit. Snafu, I will martyr myself before compliance. Damn, my man over here. I will end it all in front of God and everybody. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, they want to sell our ID to data brokers. Oh, sure, yeah. No, it's not only that, right? It's not only that they want to sell our IDs. There's much more nefarious things going on. It's about control, like my boy said earlier in chat, but also it is to sell our data. They make a lot of money on it. Why do you think every single company across the damn West has to pay a class action lawsuit once per year for selling data? Walmart, GameStop, Target, Apple. Every year there's an article where they have to pay $4 or $5, $10, $100 million, right? Every year. Why do they allow this to happen? Oh, it's because they make more than they have to pay in penalties later. No one's going to prison. No one's going to prison. They just pay. And it's already factored into their budget, right? It's already factored in. Why do you think it happens every year? Because it's factored in. They don't give a fuck. If you started putting executives in prison, that shit would end overnight. Overnight. It would last one day. Executive on the board at Walmart overseeing the data breach or security is getting 6 months in prison. Guess what stops the next day? Selling data will never happen again on U.S. soil from a U.S. company. Never again. It'll be done. Right? But they don't do that. It's the whole thing. You know what it reminds me of? Kill one man, you're a murderer. Kill a lot of them, you're a conqueror. Kill them all, you're a god. You're too big. So you're allowed to do illegal shit. What happens if I stole Billy's identity and opened a credit card in his name? What would happen? I would be charged for fraud. Yeah. Yeah. What happens if a car dealership signs an agreement with you to pay $50,000 for a new like Audi A8? Yeah. I know I'm way off on the MSRP, but you know what I'm saying. Let's say you sign a $50,000 agreement with your local Audi dealer to get an A8. And then they just don't give you the A8. Guess what happens? You call the police. The police will tell you it's a civil matter. And you have to get with a lawyer and sue them. Wow. You're out $50K because it's a civil matter. What happens if a 16-year-old kid steals a pack of bubble gum from Walmart? What do the police ask the manager on duty the second they get there? Do you want to press charges? It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Giant manufacturers, giant companies, they are above the law. 100% above the law. Sure. Sure. The bigger you get, the more you can just do shit. Are they going to put a whole company in jail? No. No, they're not. Sorry. That's how this works. So what happens when a mentally disabled person eats food from the waste bin at Meyer? Arrested. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. Billy Hatcher says it would be nice if we could make selling data illegally. Sadly, our politicians are too regarded or they don't give a shit. Well, they stand to make money. Billy, what people don't realize, it's all connected. I know it sounds kind of conspiracy theory-ish, but it's all connected, right? If you look at a company that's in trouble for doing a certain thing that's nefarious, look at their board, look at the treasurer, look at all these people on the board. Oh, guess what? Half of them are the niece or nephew of a current sitting politician. Every single time. Every time. No, they're not going to vote for policies that hurt their checkbook. Right? No, of course not. It's crazy. It's crazy. You notice every time that a politician or a celebrity or anything like that donates ass tons of money to a certain cause or a certain charity foundation, and you're like, wow. Woo. So impressive. Very nice. Very nice. Now, 19% of that goes to the actual people that are running the boots on the ground charity, right? Guess where the other 88% goes? Where does it go? It goes to administrative cost. What is that? That's just money to the people on the board. Guess what? 2 of the people on the board are a niece and nephew of the politician that worked to funnel the money to the charity. Wow. Crazy. It's fucking crazy. Can't believe it. Every time. Without fail. Look at it. Like every time you look at any kind of organization that's accused of nefarious actions through charities or other schemes, look at their board, connect the dots. Oh, damn. Wow. It's crazy every time. And because it's a very terribly kept secret. Right? It's a very poorly kept secret, but we can't do anything about it because we are the peasants. We're just peasants. We're just bitch ass motherfucking peasants. And they're going to put out, the CNN or Fox News is going to put out some kind of thing about black people and white people and dissenting and everybody. And then now that's what you're worried about. You're worried about this brawl that happened in Chicago. You're not actually worried about what's going on, right? Everything you see is it's all. And I don't want to. I'm trying to not sound like a wild, but everything's a distraction. It's all a distraction from what actually is going on. Why is it every time that something like this goes viral? Oh wow, the son of this politician is doing this certain thing and this on this board of certain. The next day, some crazy shit happens. Some crazy shit that's all over the news for 2 weeks. Oh, suddenly we forgot. Oops. Right? Because to be fair, our attention spans are really, really short. That's how these things work. Billy. Love you, dude. Appreciate you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. We are at 222. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake. We're one red boy from a rainbow night tonight. And we are at 222 out of 500. 222. Demonic. Are you just click but a bug? Yes. I'm clicking a bug. I paid an NGO to give you $100 and this is what you get. Damn, they got my ass. You got my ass again, Mange. You son of a bitch. I told you, man. I told you not to do it, but you did it anyway. You always have to say Chicago. It's because you're subconsciously wanting to come out of me. No. Never mind. Demonic. No, Demonic, come back. Please, Demonic, insult me. I apologize. I love you. Thank you, Mange. Appreciate you, baby. Before you donate to any charity, ask the caller how much the donation goes to the actual cause. Usually 70 to 85% of what they collect goes to administration fees. Even stores get a percentage for the collection that change. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Mighty Raptor. Yeah, well, Mighty Raptor, there's so many pieces. There's so many moving pieces that people don't understand. People think surface level all the time. People don't want context. People read headlines, and that's the end of it for them. They don't read the body of the actual article itself, right? No one ever reads anything. They're reactionary and angry all the time about whatever they see, right? And that is why you'll see people freaking the fuck out when there's a school shooting, right? Rightly so. It's something you shouldn't be happy about, right? But then every news outlet will say the guy's like a white dude, which is fine. That's fine. You know, okay. But everybody's freaking out and it's on every news outlet. Oh, white dude shooting up school. Yeah. Oh, damn, that sucks. And then pictures come out and it's not a white guy. And then suddenly that story is gone within 2 hours. Right? I'm shocked. I'm shocked. Right? And it's not because of the race that is involved or the implications involved in that. It's because there's a certain narrative they need to push. And that narrative is not about what is surface level. That narrative is specifically about whatever laws they're trying to get on the book that's going to benefit them financially for having family on the board of whatever organization that is eventually going to handle whatever is going to happen. Right? People think of the first like the first step, and they miss the 9 steps after that. Right? And I'm not pretending like I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a smart man. My IQ is sub 3 digits. I promise you. But you got to be able to identify what is the catalyst here? And where's the dominoes coming in? Because if you think for a damn second that politicians aren't thinking 4 steps ahead, then you're going to be sadly mistaken. Right? You're going to be sadly mistaken. And that is exactly why we're in this verification ID deal. This is exactly why they're banning VPNs. It is not about children. right? It's about this weird one government push, probably from the WEF or something similar to that. You know, giant investors. You guys know the ones. Let's force the UK to implement a policy that affects all tech companies, right? So what happens to these tech companies? These tech companies will now adhere to this policy in all countries. So now the West has to follow the same rules, even though it's technically unconstitutional. But guess what? They're a private company. So go fuck yourself. It's the exact same thing with COVID, but it failed with COVID because they were trying to use OSHA. It's like, oh, damn, that pesky Constitution. Oh, well, guess what? Now it's private companies, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sorry. Right? Force corporations to do your dirty work for you. It's like a 4D chess plan. It's very easy. Right? And you got to be able to identify that. You know what I'm saying? So it has worked, bro. All right, thank you, man. Let's continue this video. Sorry, I'm ranting so much. What's up, Mr. Where'd you go? Project Constitution. I worked Keegan, the Tennessean. I worked at Kroger for years ago, and there was a United Way campaign to give part of your paycheck for them, and I did it the first year in 2011 for charity until I found out the local head made 6 figures because they weren't doing much for it. Bro, oh my God, you're like unlocking core memories, man. GameStop did the same shit. They pressured us too. So there was a thing called I don't even remember what it was called, Workday, or I don't remember what it was. The Gamer Fund. It was the Gamer Fund. It was called the Gamer Fund. Okay. And my district manager specifically, and I'm sure it was across the country, the Gamer Fund, they pressured you to give $20 to $30 of your paycheck, every paycheck, to the Gamer Fund. And the Gamer Fund was supposed to be divvied out to employees that are disenfranchised or in a bad situation. Sounds great, right? Sounds great. Or give an hour of your work day, right? Give an hour of your work day. Now you ask yourself for a moment, right? Why doesn't GameStop just do that themselves? Why are they asking their employees that are barely making ends meet to give their fucking money away to other employees instead of the company doing it themselves? And it was called the Gamer Fund. I have like 5 t-shirts in my closet that are double XL, and they all say Gamer Fund on it. And so my district manager said, you have to give $20. That's the minimum for our district. So every paycheck, you had to give $20 to the Gamer Fund. That was what our district manager made us do. Now, as far as other districts, no idea. But my district manager was a little bit loose on things like that. So if he was making us do it, I know everybody else was. Right? And eventually, yeah, I turned that shit off because I'm like, nah, no, thank you. I don't think so. But yeah, the good old-fashioned Gamer Fund. Same shit. Now, how much of that money actually went to employees in need? 12, 15%, 20%? No one knows. Is there data on it? No one knows. Yeah. Everybody that works at GameStop remembers. My boy Zombies, who worked at GameStop, said, I remember that garbage. They never gave anything to anyone anyway. We had an employee who lost their house in tornadoes and they didn't help at all. We had an employee that got in a car wreck because they made them stay over in an ice storm. And they didn't take care of that person at all. At all. They were forced to stay during an ice storm, and I remember the date. I was forced to stay as well. But my car was front-wheel drive, so I barely made it. Right? But they didn't, and they did not pay for their car or nothing. They didn't pay for anything. They were like, go fuck yourself. That's how it works. That's how it works. And if I told you the name, you would understand. You would know exactly who it is, Zombie. Billy says they might be able to force OSHA to do vaccine requirements next time around due to how easily YouTube made the name. Well, it depends. I don't know about OSHA, but let's hope it doesn't get pushed through tech companies. Tech companies are the ones that can get everything done. If they ever put policies through tech companies, the tech companies are the ones that are going to be able to get anything like this done. 100%. Oh, sorry. It's just a private company. Sorry. They might be able to force. Yeah. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, buddy. I love you, Billy. I love you. We are so close to halfway to Naked Snake. One red boy from a rainbow night. Get on it. Doggone it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bourbon Infested said, whenever I go through the checkout line at Walmart, they ask me to round up my full dollar. I tell them no. All you're doing is paying for their tax write-offs. And it sucks because people don't really know that because people don't think about it. And that's fine. You don't have to know everything about everything, right? But what they're trying to do is prey on people that don't really understand. Hey, man, you want to give $1? Yes, 90 cents on that dollar is going to go to executives for this company, Publix. Let's say you're at a Publix and it's like, hey, man, you want to give $1? You give $1 because you want to help people, right? 90 cents of your dollar goes towards the next executive's yacht. And then the rest is divvied up to maybe your organization, and it's all used for tax write-offs. So enjoy. You're paying their taxes and their yachts. It sucks, but that's how it is. Why do you think every company started doing it overnight? Do you think they just felt really, really empathetic? We just feel really bad. Okay, well, can we see your tax forms? You know what I'm saying? Only 12% went to the charity. That's crazy. Where'd the rest go? To my new yacht.
My prediction is this is directly related to the whole ID verification thing to stop people from trying to use a VPN to set their location somewhere else so they don't have to do the age verification. For those of you guys that are on YouTube Premium, definitely seek this page out, YouTube Paid Service Terms of Service. Just put this on Google and you should be able to find the page, but this basically outlines your terms of service for using YouTube Premium and other paid services on YouTube. So try your best to follow these rules, otherwise YouTube could just cancel your YouTube Premium subscription. Let's look at some community reactions. So this person says, what about if you buy the yearly individual subscription using a VPN? Would they just revoke your yearly subscription? Somebody replies and says, yep, that's the idea behind this. Finally catching the rest of the
Yeah, they'll just turn it off and keep your money. They don't give a fuck. Keep in mind when you do these things, what's a holocron? Keep in mind when you do these things, okay? When you do these things, there is something in the TOS, right? There is something in the TOS that says immediately, hey, bruh, we can keep everything and cancel everything whenever we want. Right? That's how it is. Sastra says, Ice Storm, dramatic in America. You don't know winter, trust me. I'm back. And where are you from, Shasta? I'll tell you why it's a negative where I was from. Okay. So when there was an ice storm back in the day, this was 2011, I think, or 2012. I think it was 2011. When there was an ice storm in Alabama and it was -7 degrees and everything was wet, there was no preventatives for this. There was no such thing as a salt truck. None of these things existed. So when I was driving home, I was literally about to die 100% of the time. But the cool thing is I somehow made it. It took 10 hours, but I made it home. Every road was closed. And there was literally cars and trucks lining the roads, like just in the ditch the entire way home. Because people were just, it was like you were driving on ice 100% of the time. Like, and I mean pure ass ice. Luckily, since those things have happened, the infrastructure has been kind of upgraded. So now that doesn't really happen anymore. So where I'm from now in Alabama, it still gets about -12 sometimes during the year, but they'll treat the roads when the forecast looks like it may be crazy. They'll treat all the roads. So you can still drive around and get to where you need to go because they'll treat all the roads and make sure you don't die. But back in the day, no, Alabama didn't invest in that kind of stuff because it was so rare. I mean, it was once every 10 to 15 years. But now everything's so connected and everything's so dire and everybody has to get to work. It's the end of the damn world. They can't just shut shit down like they used to. So, yeah, you'll just die here. But they luckily treated everything. And now they have a better infrastructure prepared for it. They just didn't have the infrastructure for it. Oh, Zombie says 2011, we had a rain day before the surprise blizzard that escalated out of nowhere when the weather had been warm for that. Yep, you remember. Yeah, we all remember it. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. Oh my gosh, it's vinyl peeled. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Just grateful for another day alive. The fact that I never got the jab. Grandpa always said never trust the banks, don't trust the government. Lived the depression. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, old people know best. Old people know best. And we all think that's the issue with us. It's our hubris, right? So we think that we know everything. And I was that guy. We've all been that person, right? When an older person tries to level with us and tell us about our first relationship and why you just don't need to focus so hard on this. Don't get so down about this. Don't worry about this. Things happen for a reason, blah, blah, blah. They're not saying that to be dicks. They're not saying that to be condescending. They're saying it because it's fucking true, right? It is. And you don't realize that when you have zero life experience. So you just think that you're smarter. Oh, I'm 18. My dad's saying my first girlfriend, I broke up with my first girlfriend. This is an example. I broke up with my first girlfriend because she is crazy. And I was really butthurt about it. But I did it, but I was butthurt about it. And I had a real bad week. And I remember being real fucking broke up one day. And my mom sat me down and was like, look, dude, she's like, you are 18. This is not your first relationship, and this is not your last relationship. She's like, you are an attractive young man. You just go out there and play the field. And I'm what we call a doer. I'm a doer, right? I'm not smart, but I'm a doer, which means I can get shit done. Kind of. I don't usually do well at the shit, but I can make shit happen usually. And then I fell, but at least I make shit happen, right? And I went out and played the field, and it did. Like, I started hanging out with girls and hooking up with girls, and I was like 18, and it immediately cured me. I was like, oh, so this isn't the end of my life, right? And I kind of have always used that thought process through everything. I don't know everything. I still don't know everything, and I'm not gonna know everything. But when somebody that's older, that's been through the shit, sits you down and tries to level with you, it's only in our nature to think that what they're saying is bullshit because we're smarter, right? That's just how it's natural, and it's something we can almost not control, you know. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right.
Using a VPN to get cheap YouTube. I mean, obviously YouTube is well within their rights to stop people from using a VPN to get a cheaper YouTube premium service. But my tinfoil conspiracy theory is that YouTube is going to try to stop people from using VPNs to avoid YouTube's age verification as well. YouTube going after VPN usage will probably kill VPN sponsorships, as well as a few VPNs that rely on that kind of traffic for a significant amount of their revenue. Sure hope none of them lied about storing data. That's actually a really good point. Keep in mind that so many different YouTubers are sponsored by NordVPN specifically, so a lot of people who are using NordVPN sponsorships probably should be aware of this change and make sure that they understand that NordVPN might not be too keen on advertising on YouTube anymore if YouTube keeps blocking everyone's access to it. But yeah, in short, VPNs are most likely not going to be effective in bypassing YouTube's age verification.
And why would that be? Why is YouTube so hung up on VPNs? The only thing VPNs do are protect your anonymity, right? To a degree. I mean, if they want to find out, they can. But VPNs relatively protect your anonymity. So them wanting to remove it, what's the motivation? To take away your anonymity. There's no other answer. Oh, well, they get it $1 cheaper if they're signed in Norway. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, yes. Likely story, you see. Billy, we're 250 from Naked Snake Boys. Let's get on it. Diggity duck. My boy Billy coming in strong. What's up, dude? What's up, Billy? We are at 250. Look at that. He got us halfway there. We're at 250. A red boy away from a rainbow night. They also give access to content like region lock music. I've never understood that. That's one of the weird things that I've never understood is region lock stuff. You can watch Breaking Bad in UK on Netflix for some reason. Why can't I watch? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck? That's not an accurate example. I'm just making shit up, but you get what I'm saying. Thank you, Billy. It's for the children. Think about the children. Won't somebody think about the children, please? Please think about the children. The children are the last bastion, right? So if anybody has a grievance or an accusation or anything to that matter, it's always based around children now because it's the only thing that works anymore, right? We've talked about the negative effects or the negative, the debolstering of the value of certain like allegations and words, right? Racist means nothing anymore because it was overused. Actual racists weren't called racist. People that just happened to like Aunt Jemima was called racist, right? Or maybe you don't want to go to Chicago because you heard it's dangerous and you'd rather not go to Chicago. Oh, guess what? You're racist now. And you're like, oh, no, I'm just saying it's dangerous. I don't even know who lives there, right? So people were labeled racist so much that the term racist has no weight anymore. The term incel has no weight anymore because women and effeminate men started calling every dude that had a dissenting opinion that was not like violently feminist, they were called incels. Now no one's an incel. If everybody's an incel, no one's an incel. If everybody's a racist, no one's a racist. If everybody's a Nazi, no one's a Nazi, right? Everybody's called a Nazi every day. You don't even have to be a conservative to be called a Nazi anymore. You can be a fucking liberal and you'll be called a Nazi, right? Everybody's called. So now everybody's a Nazi, therefore no one's a Nazi, right? So what's the last thing they have left? What's the last thing that's left? What is it? Children. Right? So you're going to see every politician, every actor, everybody with a dissenting view, they're going to be labeled as pedophiles from now on. Now, there's probably some that legitimately are, obviously, but everybody's going to be labeled as that from now on because it's the only thing that works now. It's the only thing that works now. Did you see the guy that was arrested in Amsterdam, or was it or Norway? I don't remember. No, I think it was Amsterdam. He was arrested in Amsterdam because he got art done for like a character he liked at some convention. And the police there said it resembled a child, but it was an anime character. And they arrested his ass for it. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. Right? So that's kind of the road we're going down. The last bastion of anything negative is just pedo. So now everybody's going to be labeled that. And the unfortunate truth behind that is somebody being an actual like pedo is fucking abhorrent. But they're going to label everybody as pedos from now on. And it's going to mean nothing. And you know who that's going to help? Actual pedos. Right? You could see neo-Nazis marching in the street and people won't even call them Nazis. Or if they do, they don't take it serious anymore. They are gaining power because the allegations levied on them are losing value. Everything's getting really bad really fast because people generally on the left, and I know I'm generalizing, but generally on the left, to avoid conversation or accountability, they label racist, Nazi, pedo, all those things, right? People on the right do it too. I get it. But generally speaking, I see it almost always from the left. And I know a lot of you can probably agree with that. So, that being said, that's what's going to happen from now on. That's what you're going to see from now on, in my opinion. Alan Jones, yeah. $5 super chat from my boy Alan Jones. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I love you. I appreciate you. And look at this. You guys about to shit your pants. You guys ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Beep, 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 beep. My boy, PS2 Chipper with 50 memberships. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you believe this? Can you believe this shit? 50 gifted memberships from PS2 Chipper, getting us 22 away from Fight Milk. We're one red boy from a Rainbow Night on Super Chats, and we're 22 memberships from the Fight Milk Goal. Hot diggity damn, can you believe it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Ooh, can you feel it? Big shout out to PS2 Chipper. You're the GOAT. You're the man. You're the myth. You're the legend. Thank you so much for all that. Hot diggity damn. Wow. What a monster. What a monster you are. Let's leave that up for a while. Thank you, buddy. Mixed Taylor says the pedo thing tends to come from the extremely conservative right. Not anymore. That's changed in the last year. And it's because that's the only allegation that still holds water. Probably because it did come from the conservative right for a long time. But it's nothing works now. The conservatives socially are getting a lot of power. And what do I mean by that? Likes and retweets. That's what it means now. Right? That's what it all equates to. The more likes and the more you can ratio a person on social media, the more clout you have, the more power you have. Because everything's going to be social media moving forward. If it isn't already, let's be honest. Right? So it's whoever can gain the most power. So you're going to see it predominantly from the left from now on. Right? That's what you're going to start seeing. Now, obviously, yeah, it's got basis in the conservative right. Sure. I think most things do. Right? But they don't overuse it so much to where it loses value. I think the conservative right kind of apply it where it needs to be applied, and it actually has effect, right? But do you see Mick Stellar? Do you see accusations of calling men pedos coming from the conservative right on Twitter? What happens every time a man that's 30 dates a 24-year-old? What are the accusations in the replies? What are the accusations in the replies, Mick Stellar? When a man that's 30 dates a 24-year-old openly on Twitter, what's the replies? They're all calling him a pedo. And guess who they're coming from? 35-year-old white women that are all liberal across the board. Because that's what we're looking at. The reason is because instead of them facing accountability for kind of putting themselves in a box for 10 years, now they have to shame women that are 24 and shame men that are 30 that are dating them. Right? That's how it works. And I totally get it. I totally get it. I get pissed when I see a girl dating a ripped guy. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I was ripped. But I don't attack the ripped guy. Okay? I don't attack the ripped guy. All right? I just go get ripped. Or I try to, and then I fail miserably. 2 months in. All right, let's continue.
And to be honest with my YouTube Premium users, make sure if you guys are using a VPN, I probably just wouldn't, because YouTube uses their AI systems to detect issues on the platform. So you using a VPN in general might cause YouTube to be like, yeah, you're violating our terms of service, so we're just going to yeet your account. See ya. Obviously, that's just speculation, but you never know with YouTube. I mean, shit, sometimes you can make a video 9 months ago, and then YouTube can look at it and say it's bad, remove it, and give you a community guidelines warning. I'm good, guys. I'm definitely not upset about it anymore. I don't even care. Whatever. I don't even give a shit. But yeah, jokes aside, I don't know, man. YouTube is cracking down on a lot of different stuff. So yeah, just try to be safe out there. Be careful navigating your way around YouTube, because it is not easy to use YouTube nowadays. I actually uploaded this video last night, but I had to make some changes to it. One thing I just want to make sure I say for the record is I'm not telling you guys to not have YouTube Premium or to cancel your memberships. I'm just giving you guys some information, and you guys can develop your own conclusions and do whatever you want to do. Yes, YouTube has updated YouTube Premium service to where now they're really going to be cracking down on VPN usage. So if that's something that's a problem for you, then you're free to make whatever decision that
I've used an ad blocker and a VPN for literally like 10 years now. Chai T says the infantilization of women and sexualization of children is weirdly abhorrent modern social phenomenon. Yeah, look, it's never really bothered me much, because I don't really care what people think, but I think what we should do, or what people should lobby for if they actually believe these things, like when you see a woman that's fucking pissed that Leonardo DiCaprio is dating a 20-year-old, you have to think to yourself, okay, if this is pissing you off and you think it shouldn't be allowed, what should the age of consent for women to be married should be? What should it be? Should we raise it? Because like there needs to be some kind of dialogue around it. If you think women aren't accountable for their own actions, we need to raise the age of consent, right? And I'll fucking be like, hey, what's your argument? Is that your argument? Okay, I respect your argument, right? I don't believe that. I think there should be a hard line at 18 for everybody. You can go fucking join the military, do whatever, right? Once you're an adult, you're an adult. Who cares? That's how, I mean, once you're an adult, I think you should be able to live your life, whatever you do, under the confines of the law. And the thing is there's a lot of people that believe that. There's a lot of people out there that believe that a 35-year-old man should never date a 22-year-old woman, ever. Should be against the law. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then your argument should be to raise the age of consent to 22, or however high you think. Right? That should be your argument. And I don't agree with that, but there should be an argument in place. It shouldn't just be like, oh, this shouldn't be allowed. Okay, well, then you think we should raise the age of consent? Because they say no. They're going to say no. Well, no. I'm like, okay, then what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? You got to have you can't just, you got to have a thing you want to do. There got to be an end goal. What's your end goal? To prevent this, then we have to raise the age of consent. No. Okay, then what the fuck do you want to do? Other than screaming into the void, And that's kind of like what I was alluding to earlier with the Nick situation when he was facing all that bullshit a year ago. They're like, I hate Nick. I just can't believe this. I'm so angry. And I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to happen? Do you want him to serve his time and be a better person? Or do you want him to die? Because you're not really clarifying what you want. You're just fucking yelling. Right? So Thank you, Chai T. I love you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I love you, Chai T. Oh yeah. 245 from Naked Snake tonight. We're closing in on that goal. We're only 22 memberships from the goal. Thank you, PS2 Chipper. We love you, baby. Piano says, man, we don't need to raise a flipping age of consent. People need to mind their own business. A woman can dig gold just as deeply as she likes. Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. Once you're 18, fuck it. Who cares? Do whatever you want. That's kind of what I don't care. You know. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh. Sinful Zach says it's not about age, it's about stage of life. Okay, elaborate a little bit. That's interesting. Because I think I know what you mean, but elaborate a little bit more and we can talk about it. Holy crap. You can't put the English flag out. It goes black. Well, to be fair, Tug Simp, I guarantee you within a year or two, if things continue on the path in the UK that they're going, you're not going to be able to post that flag. That flag will probably, in my opinion, Tug Simp, in my opinion, the English flag will be banned in England. Like legitimately. I couldn't imagine it not. I mean, if you look at how things are going now. Now, obviously it's pretty extreme, but I wouldn't be surprised. Right? I mean, look at how, America is still kind of, there's a lot of conflict and conversations about, stuff like people will go be walking on the street and be pissed when they see an American flag for some reason. But America's pretty loose, right? The UK is like times 10 when it comes to like leftist policies. I wouldn't be surprised, So, anyways, Jace. All right, let's move on. Oh yeah. God, my foot is asleep, bro. I'm like sitting on my foot and it's asleep as hell. Help! Somebody send an ambulance. Help, please. Juma, save me. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Did you see Asmongold cook on freaking on Twitter today? Holy shit. He's going to get in so much trouble for this. I'll pull it up in a second. Sinful says it's a bit strange when a guy who's established a career on their second mortgage would date a girl who's just graduated and started college. Sure. Yeah. I will agree with you. Now. Okay, here I'll give you like my feel for it, right? I'm 35. Okay. I'm 35. I would never date a woman that's 24 and under, I think. That's kind of because to be fair, now this is my personal preference. You can't really talk to every time I've ever talked to a girl that like happens to be at a get together and she's like 21 or 22, they're kind of insufferable and dumb. And I don't really care for that, That's just my vibe, So I would never date a girl that's under 24 or 25. Just because they're generally speaking, it's like the red flag is their age because they're just kind of dumb and annoying. And that's not all of them, but generally speaking, that's going to be most of them because they haven't really experienced enough to kind of make them seasoned in the mind. That's kind of how I see. Now, that being said, do we make it illegal? Right? That's where the conversation goes. Do we make it illegal? I don't think so. I think that's wild, right? Because there needs to be a hard line in the sand. If you're 18, you're 18. That your choices now have consequences. So, an 18-year-old girl dating a 40-year-old dude probably not going to end well, and she's probably going to have to learn that herself because she's not going to listen to anybody else, right? It's kind of like it's like life experience. You learn through strife, and that's a benefit thing. You got to survive the strife to learn from it. But I don't think it should be illegal, So I do think it's weird. I wouldn't do it, but I'm also on the party of, hey, fuck it. Do whatever you want to do. So where you at, Sinful? Agreed. I'm 35 and have an age range I'm comfortable with. That's not to argue it should be illegal. 18 should be. No, I see we're on the exact same page. But I think it's hard to have the conversation because both can be true. I can think it's weird and I wouldn't do it. And if I had a buddy who was 40 and is dating an 18-year-old, I'd be like, you sure about this? Yeah, She kind of dumb, right? But who's to say that I should, vouch for it to be illegal? I don't think so. So I think we're on the exact same page, right? I don't think I could ever date a girl that's under 20, 24, 25. Now, to be fair, the last girl I hung out with, so I used to hang out with a girl that was 21. I was 28. And she sucked because she was young. Like she was like a bratty, like young adult. You know what I'm saying? But she was 21. But she's like bratty. Only 7 years, And dude, she sucked. And I dated her for like a little while. It was not really dating. It was kind of like we're just hanging out every once in a while. But I hung out with her. Now, this has been a long time. That was 7 years ago, right? See, she's 28 now. And I'm 35. And we have mutual friends. And we hang out sometimes. And she is 10 times better now. She's so chill and normal and fucking laid back now. Right? It's totally true that like there has to be like strife and learning. You know what I'm saying? But dude, she sucked when she was younger. She's cool as fuck now though. It's weird. Chris McGough, by the way, with 500 Norwegian krones. Oh. Either it's all okay at 18 or nothing's okay until 25. Pick a lane. Yep. Right there with you. Margot, go. Said, Margot, go. My ex-boyfriend rebounded with an 18-year-old girl who had just high school graduation. 3 months later, she's pregnant. Damn, that sucks, dude. You goofed. You flew too close to the sun there. Rest in the pieces. Do Norwegian krones weigh more now? I think Norwegian krones are more now because that put us at 309. It's like 454. I might be wrong. Thank you so much. It says the UK flag would be the jihad flag and dangerous. I don't know. Now I'm not going to pretend I know much about the UK, but all I know is from what I see on social media. So I want to take it with a grain of salt. But looks pretty wild over there. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you. Chris McGough. Thank you, my friend. Chris McGough's the man, boys. He's the man, boys. We are one red boy from a rainbow night. One red boy from a rainbow night. Thank you, my friend. All right. Thank you, buddy. Chris McGough. Joining late. How's your Saturday night so far? Dude, it's great, man. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm excited. About life. Having some fun, dude. So I appreciate you being here, Mr. Schmo. Mr. Joe Schmo. All right. Let's pull up what Asmongold said on Twitter. This is crazy, man. It's great. I actually responded to it because I thought it was funny. Where's that? I've been freaking blowing up on the X. I just post random shit and everything I post goes viral. Like, I just post pictures of Taco Bell. I posted a picture of those Pog slammers. What are they called? Those things. I can't even remotely remember what they were from, but I remember them from when I was a kid, and that shit went viral too. They're called like Pogs. Holographic Pogs. That shit exploded. I was like, what the fuck? All right, Asmongold, where you at, boy? So look at what Asmongold said. Hold on. Fuck if I can. I zoomed in way too far on my damn account, and now everything's freaking hard to read. But it's for your benefit, everybody. It's for you, not for me. Okay. Boop, boop. Got to scroll down a little while. There it is. Oh no, that's not it. Asmongold. He better not have deleted that shit. He might have deleted it actually. Did Asmongold delete it? No. I think he deleted it. Wow, there's no way he actually deleted that. Papaya, orange, guava juice. I think Asmongold deleted it, but let's try to find it. I'm sure we can find it. I know there's screenshots of it. Okay, here it is. This is the author deleted it. Interesting. That's why I couldn't find it. So the original post was deleted. Interesting. Okay, we'll read it and I'll give you the context for it. Thank you, Chris McGough. I love you. Sastra Bing. Is that the same? There's a big university in my town, and every year there arrives 10K new women. I haven't dated past 22 years. I was 22. I haven't dated past 22 since I was 22. Oh, okay. Thank you, Sasha. That makes sense. All right. It depends. It depends, man. You know, what's up, DP Mitchell? How you doing, buddy? I appreciate you. All right. So here's the tweet that's got our boy Zach, and it's going to definitely get him in some trouble. But who cares? You know, the cool thing about him is he can say whatever the hell he wants. You know, it's kind of cool. It's kind of respecting. So here's the context, guys. So here's the context. So there was this picture of a lady, and she had a broken arm. Okay, you following me? She had a broken arm, and she said, "Hey, I got carjacked, and my arm was broken, and even I don't want your rules, Donald Trump, of increased crime rate, the National Guard, and forced deportation." You know what I'm saying? So basically what she was saying is, I've been assaulted several times, by the way. She's like, I've been assaulted several times, and I still don't care. I still will. I would rather be assaulted and killed than you send the National Guard in. Right? That was what she was implying in that tweet, which is insane. It was like, I would rather die and prove I'm a good person. I will die to prove I'm a good person. Not me, boy. Not me. So this is what Aspen Gold said. He said the biggest threat to America isn't Hamas, Venezuelan gangs, or violent migrants. It's upper middle class, primarily white women who would import all the above to destroy the country in order to satisfy their suicidal empathy. After this happened, she deleted her entire account. That's pretty wild, isn't it? It's pretty wild. Now, Asmongold made a video about this. We'll pull up in a second. But think about that for just a moment. Look, dude, you can be a liberal. You can be leftist. You can be right. Doesn't matter. Okay? It's totally cool. Like, you can have your opinions. But when you say you would rather get beat to death to prove you're empathetic than for things to be cleaned up, to prove how empathetic you are insane. You're just insane. You're a crazy person, right? And that's what everybody's joking about right now. So let's pull up the video and we'll show you what you're saying. Billy. Billy Hatcher. Billy Hatcher with the Gold Boy says, 4-day snake. Also, I'm glad I don't live in Chicago or New York City. I think we're all glad about that. I used to have somebody try to argue with me why New York City was so safe. Bro, stop. God, I hate that argument of why New York is actually technically safer than rural America, and it makes me want to die. It makes me want to die every time I have that conversation with people. I usually actually just avoid the conversation. Thank you, Billy. And I'll tell you why. So I used to have people that try to argue this to me. And they'd be like, actually, New York is actually safer based on the actual murder rate. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's talk about that for a second. Because murder rate, it does have some kind of value to it. But it's by state, not by city. Let me tell you what's going on with why somebody will try to tell me why New York City is safer than my city in Alabama. My city in Alabama, or the surrounding city, has had 1 or 2 murders in the last 5 years. Now, sometimes it ramps up and down by 4 or 3 or 2 or 1, but it's like 1 murder or 2 murders, per year. Let's just say 1 or 2 per year. My population where I'm from is kind of low. It's a couple 100,000, right? Therefore, and keep in mind, the area I live in is way bigger than New York City. You know what I'm saying? And the surrounding cities. The main place I live, bigger than New York City. The issue is all the crime in New York City happens in a tiny little knit spot in New York City. And the population is unfathomably huge. Therefore, 3,000 deaths can happen right here in New York City. And they'll still have less of a crime rate than the 5 deaths that happen here in Alabama. If you walk down New York City, there's 1,000% more chance you're going to get shot in the face than if you walk down the street where I live. The only difference is it's landmass and densely populated landmass. Right? That's why crime, like murder rate, don't work when it's per state. Right? So no, it's like not understanding the statistics and trying to use that as why saying, Oh, rural Alabama was actually totally not safe. It's like, go fuck yourself. You're not slick. Okay. The only reason the murder rate's high in Alabama is 2 cities in Alabama. 2 cities in Alabama is why the murder rate's so high. Birmingham and Anniston. That's where 98% of the deaths come from. I don't even live 3 hours from either of those. Right? New York City is New York City. You know what I'm saying? But people don't get it. Like, they just like to use that because it's very disingenuous to use. Daracuda. With a membership putting us at 79, my brother. Thank you, buddy. Also, do we have Kylie Goff in this stream right now with a pink boy? My man. I am also glad Billy doesn't live in New York City or Chicago. Oh, jeez. I am also glad Billy doesn't live anywhere near where I live as well. Thank you, Kylie Goff. I appreciate you, brother. You are the man. You are the man, Dave H. Better be careful. Be careful, Dave H. So let's pull this up. Let's pull up what Asmongold had to say about this, because this is very interesting. And it's very interesting thing. It's, you know what phrase I hate? And I think all of you hate it, right? So the phrase I hate is money doesn't grow on trees, right? That's the phrase I don't like. And I'm pretty sure all of you don't like it because it's kind of like what your grandpa or dad would say when you were a kid. Money doesn't grow on trees, boy. Just keep shoveling that shit. And you're like, I'm tired of this, grandpa. And he's like, well, that's too damn bad. Right? We've all been there. Right? But the phrase is important, right? It's very annoying. But the vast majority of people that are openly socialist or communist are upper middle class white kids because they unironically think money grows on trees. And that's the whole reason there's an epidemic of that, because you have kids growing up where their parents are making $800,000 a year combined. They have no idea where money comes from. And all those girls on podcasts that say they want a man making $500,000 a year, it's because they have no idea how much $500,000 is. They have no idea. Fucking no idea. Right? And they're like, oh, well, and they'll unironically tell you, oh, I'm struggling right now. I'm going through a lawsuit and I'm just struggling. They're like, well, why don't your dad just pay for the lawsuit? Why doesn't your dad just pay your mortgage? Why doesn't your dad just pay your car payment? They will unironically say this, not realizing my dad still lives in the trailer I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? That's where that all comes from. Thank you, Kylie Goff. I love you. I love you. I love you, man. Western Civilization says Birmingham's dangerous, but Bucky in Athens is a blessing from God. Oh. I go to the Bucky's from Athens once every 2 months minimum to fill up my DEF in my truck. Hell yeah. Hey, I went into the Bucky's in Athens one time and a lady was like, oh my God, I love your channel. And I was like, what the fuck? In Athens. It is. I love the Bucky's in Athens. Thank God for that shit. I go there all the time. Because if you don't use public transport here, we have amazing public transport. The people who use it make it something you avoid. Drunk trains are okay. The drunk trains, yeah. Ooh. By the way, Holy Ozone, my boy Rob with $100 super chat, bringing us full circle with the Rainbow Night. Oh my God. Untreated mental illness is definitely affecting the algorithms the internet is pushing. Yeah, dude. Yeah. And it's kind of an unfortunate thing, right, Rob? That I don't know how we got here. Mental illness is something to not be like ashamed of. Everybody struggles with shit. And sometimes it's mental illness. And it's not a shameful thing. But we definitely knew we need to iron it out, and we need to, treat it and help people instead of praising it and encouraging it. That's insane to me, right? Like, we encourage mental illness across the board. And I'm not speaking about one or any kind of group of people at all. It doesn't matter almost what your mental illness now. It's encouraged, and it's very strange. It's very strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody can be like, for example, what is the cutesy reels you always see about couples online or women? What's the cutesy reel? Right? It's always like, women, it's quirky if a woman is absolutely batshit off the wall insane. Right? Quirky women, they're just quirky because they will destroy your car and burn your house down. Quirky. It's quirky, right? It's encouraged. It's quirky. I'm crazy. You'll hear like girls they almost use it as a positive when they're talking about it online or in jokes or in comedy or anything. They're like, yeah, I'm crazy. Like once I hit my ex-boyfriend with a car because I'm just crazy. LOL. It's so funny. Right? It's like encouraged and it's weird. Fucking weird, man. Weird. JM. Oh, yeah. JM, you already know JM on Rumble. What's up, dude? I keyed his car. I'm so quirky. Thank you, Rob. I love you, baby. We love you, Rob. We appreciate you, Rob. Hold on. Let me change some bullshit around. Rob with the red boy coming in strong. I appreciate you, Rob. I love you, dude. Hope I get to see you soon. Billy Hatcher says now we're 20 away from next state, boys. Oh God, Billy. Oh my God. Oops, wrong one. Royal Wee. It's crazy that you and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers are both from around the Sand Mountain area. He moved to Pensacola though. Let me know escape as possible. Yes. I don't know nothing. I've been to Pensacola before, but it's been a while. Been a few years, I think. Yeah, I love Jeremy. He's good. He's entertaining. He's an entertaining, driven dude. I respect the hell out of that. Thank you, Royal Wee. I love you, dude. I appreciate you. Look at that. 484, 15 to Naked Snake, 20 memberships away. Thank you. All right, let's pull up the Asmongold's video here. So this is his video actually about this tweet itself that we were just talking about. Yeah, so let's jump into the sauce.
Had a bit of a popular post on the Twitter today. 31,000 likes. So this woman goes on Twitter. She deleted it. Oh my God. I actually have vanquished a Karen to the shadow realm. The first of many. And so I said the biggest threat to America isn't Hamas, Venezuelan gangs, or violent migrants. It's upper middle class, primarily white women. I should have said liberal, to be fair, who would import all of the above to destroy the country in order to satisfy their suicidal empathy. 31,000 likes. A now deleted post. That's right. So she deleted it. This is what she said. Dear Donald Trump, I've been carjacked in Chicago with my arm broken. I still don't want you or your troops here. There are no red hats here. I'm going to pull her name. She's getting pulled up. Wait a second. Did I get it wrong? Wait. Did she go on private?
Yes.
Oh, I broke my arm. Oh, you don't give a fuck about that because you work a white collar job. You're an upper middle class person. You don't need to use your arm all the time. You never feel a single consequence from the actions that happen in a meaningful way. You get your car stolen and you work a minimum wage job. Now you're on the fucking street. So I see people like this and they're so fucking selfish and narcissistic. And somebody needs to call this shit out. I hate people like this. I hate them so much.
Yeah.
And I will do everything that I can to get rid of as many of their voices as possible in a completely peaceful and non-violent way in the free marketplace of ideas, because these ideas are lies. They are abusive, they are harmful, and they hurt people around them. And I will do it until it's done.
With these people, by the way, are the same people that will claim on social media that they're going to go to North Africa to prove it's safe and to prove that our social understandings of everything is just off. And everything's exactly like Jefferson Boulevard, where they grew up in Kansas. And then they go to North Africa and they get beheaded 20 minutes after getting off the plane. Right? So they die to prove how good of a person they are. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm not interested. You can call me bad all you want. I'm not dying. So not for that reason. I will die by my own hand. Thank you very much. Thank you, PS2 Chipper. I love you for your gift of membership. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I love you. All right. Oh, yeah. Jim says, all connected to stress jobs moving up the attention people want but don't get, drive them to do stupid things. So mental illness is going to go up. Yeah, well, it's yeah. You know what I used to say? And it's kind of a touchy thing, but I don't think everybody needs a voice. And I'm not insinuating that I do. I'm thinking, I've always thought this. I'm like, social media gave people that don't need a voice. Because the vast majority of people are disingenuous, right? Like they're doing it to get likes or clout for whatever side they're on. Now, some of them may be interested in it. Some of them may actually agree with it. But I feel like the vast majority of people are disingenuous. There's a reason why in early days of content creation, when people gave money or food to homeless people, they videotaped it every single time. Wasn't for they weren't trying to help the homeless person. They weren't even trying to help themselves, because to be fair, when you're giving to somebody like that, you're doing it to make yourself feel better. It's for you. It's not for them. Right? So that being said, when those things happen, it's the same way with like social media posts like this. I've been attacked and brutally killed almost. It's like when you see people defend their rapist, right? You'll see people defending their rapist in the UK or something. I've seen a lot of those posts. I don't know how true they are, but I've seen stuff like that. And so the point remains true. It's all to get more clout, to get more love, to get more likes. It's always about that. And it's always been about that. And it makes a lot of people do disingenuous things, which is dangerous, right? Because I think most normies think that no one lies. I think they think that lying is rare, right? Dude, trust me, I've had conversations like this before where, I'll be working with a partner and my trolls will reach out to the partners I work with and be like, did you know Camelot said the F slur in 2019, right? And they'll be like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, it's bullshit. It's whatever. People trying to, get me fired or arrested or whatever. And the person will respond and they'll be like, oh, but why would they lie? They have no concept. They have no concept of like online culture at all. They're like, why would that person lie? I'm like, what? There are people weekly that call the police on some kind of VPN and claim that I killed my whole family. Why would they lie? Because they hate you and they want you dead. That's the whole point. It's very easy to navigate. Ashley with a gold boy. Yeah. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Billy Hatch over to Gold Boy says, I've never seen Asmongold nuke Karen from Earth before. He wrecked her so damn hard it's wild. Yes, sir. Thank you, Billy. He did. That was a good win. It's a dub. It was a dub. I've never seen somebody get ratioed off the planet before, which leads you to believe. I have a hair in my nose. It leads you to believe, right, that she's definitely not getting paid. So when you see people like Harry Sison, for example, or those Krasenstein guys. I don't know if you remember the Krasensteins, but I muted them a long time ago on Twitter. But they would say the craziest shit ever. Ever. Okay? Here, I'll give you an example. Let me round this up real quick. We have hit 5 milk, or so we've hit negative. Oh shit, we've hit everything. Never mind. We've hit everything. That's wrong. That's gonna be one away, boys. One away. Oh my god, can you believe it, Billy? All right, where are you at, Billy? Where's everybody at? Where'd everybody go? Here we go. All right, Bubster says, "Let's get it. Excited for MGS3. Hell yeah!" Me too, my friend. Bubster jumping in the party. I'm stuttering like my boy Joe. Get on it, doggone it. Still thinking about the nose picking comment. Listen, I was a hair. Okay. Come on now. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you. Thank you, Bubster. I appreciate you. But yeah, and PS2 Chipper with 20 gifted memberships, boys. PS2 Chipper has got us to Fight Milk on this illustrious day. We are at 100 memberships tonight. PS2 Chipper, I think, had 81 of them. No, 71 of them, right? Am I crazy? I think 71 of them was PS2 Chipper, and I appreciate you, my friend. Hot diggity damn, we hit the goals, bruh. We hit the goals. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're going to do an emergency stretch goal real quick, as I usually do. We're going to do the double Fight Milk Naked Snake version. If we hit, we'll do 800, because since I'm not long for this world. There you go. Hold on. No, I got to put 5 milk. No, go back. Damn you. Double milk. Double milk. There you go. There you are. All right. So, because we got a little bit left. Oh, my foot is asleep. I'm trying to fix my foot asleepness. So let me give you an example of the Krasenstein. So the Krasensteins, you can tell the difference between people getting paid and not getting paid, like by, like, let's say an organization like DNC or something. So the Krasensteins, when the Joe Biden, like showering with his daughter thing was going around for a little while. You look, I don't know anything. I've never really researched that at all. I just remember the accusation. And the way the Krasensteins were trying to get around it was one of them. I don't remember which one. It was the more creepy little one. There's one that's like more typically attractive, and then one that looks like a little goblin. It was the goblin one. And he said it's totally normal to shower with your children, and implied all the way up until they were teenagers. It's totally normal to shower your kids just butt ass naked, all the way up until they're teenagers. And of course, they got ratio times a billion. I mean, that was probably one of the biggest ratios that's ever existed on the actual platform. There was people getting 100,000 likes to their like 25. It was the craziest I've ever seen. So, but they never deleted it, and they never backed down from it, and they never deleted their account. Why? Because they're getting paid by an organization. This lady says some overtly dumb shit that's very political in vain to like make her look like just the most morally superior person on the face. You could beat the shit out of her and she'll still support you. That's how good of a person she is. Right? And the reason I don't think she's getting paid to say this is because she deleted her account immediately. Because, and unfortunately, this is how this works, but unfortunately, when people get mad at you, it doesn't matter if it's justified or not justified, they're going to DM you death threats all day. And she probably got 150 DM requests within an hour, people wanting to kill her. Because let's be honest, people are fucking crazy on both sides. It doesn't matter, right? And she probably got tired of that shit and deleted that. It's not a good feeling, you know, no matter who you are. So thank you, PS2 Chipper. I love you. I appreciate it, baby. Royal Wee says, it reminds me of the woman that hired her mother's murderer when he got out of prison, and then he murdered. Yeah, that's such a great example, dude. I totally forgot about that. So, yeah, there was a guy who murdered a lady, and then the daughter of the woman who was murdered let him move in with her after he got out of prison. And then he immediately murdered her as well. Talk about the Darwin Award, right? That's crazy, right? That's like me being like, I'm going to prove how good of a person I am. I'm going to walk down Martin Luther King Avenue and say slurs out loud. Oh, wow, I died. I'm so shocked, right? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like to act like culture and people don't exist. Like shit exists, you know? I'm not going to go to the Middle East and run around like saying disparaging things against Islam. Why would you do that? That's crazy, you know? And it shouldn't be crazy to understand that that's dangerous. I think everybody would agree. And there's no, I don't think there's any negative connotation to say that yeah, you wouldn't want to do that. The people there would say that you shouldn't do that, right? Like everybody's going to say don't do that. Even the people there would say don't do that. But you're supposed to pretend like it's like, well, these people do. They pretend like that. Oh, it's totally fine. No, you don't do that. There's a reason, you know. Hey, Bruce Willis survived wearing a racist sign in Harlem. Well, I'm pretty sure he got his shit kicked out of him though, right? In the movie. That's a good one. I love that shit. That's the one with Samuel L. Jackson. That's the second one, right? Fucking great film. I love it. I love it. The lady's got a YouTube channel. Oh, well, if I was her, I'd use that as a way to get clout because she could bounce this back and become a liberal commentator, like that one kid, Dean, that little blonde kid. Like you know how like the common tactic when you're arguing, like let's say you find yourself trying to debate online with like somebody that occupies the liberal realm. Usually they try to shame you, right? That's why I kind of prefer Bill Maher in that aspect. Not a big fan, but also I'm not a huge not fan. But like Dean Withers, his like entire thing is to shame you and say you're a bad person. And then he had somebody on that said that. They agreed. Yeah, fuck it. And he acted like he like screamed. He's like, oh my God. He starts freaking out like a 14-year-old girl. I'm like, yeah, see, it doesn't work. It just makes you look less cool. Stoicism's cool, guys. It's cool. All right, let's continue. Die Hard with a Vengeance. It also had Jeremy Irons. Simba. Long live the king. I love Jeremy Irons. If you don't love Jeremy Irons, you're racist. You are racist. You are a bad person. All right. Let's continue. Oh my gosh, Cracker Barrel, boys. Cracker Barrel has set the world on fire. I'm actually shocked Cracker Barrel's stock didn't drop as much as it did. It dropped a pretty good bit, but then it recovered a little, probably because retail people getting in. Oh, it's going to go back up. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, listen here, Wes. You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth right now. Cracker Barrel. Rest in peace, dude. I don't go to Cracker Barrel anymore anyway because their food's gotten really bad, but rest in peace to Cracker Barrel. Damn, dude. Rest in peace to Cracker Barrel. They went off the deep end. Apparently, the rumor is that the lady that was in charge of the rebrand for somewhere else that was a big deal is also the person in charge of the rebrand for Cracker Barrel. I forget who it was. It might have been Taco Bell, maybe. But Taco Bell still, it's all right. I think Taco Bell is the only one that's acceptable. I don't remember. But apparently the lady in charge is the same person that was in charge of a rebrand of another company that everybody was pissed about. I just can't remember which one it was. Okay. Well, yeah, Joe Schmo, I saw. Trust me, I saw. I really did. Crackle Barrel did a huge mistake. They did a big oof, unfortunately. These things tend to happen. Bring back the volcano burrito. It's wild. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I think it's all a ruse. I think it's just a ruse to create negative, what's the word? Negative press. Negative press is still good press, let's be honest. And then in a few months, they'll change it back and they'll get Sydney Sweeney to pose in front of it. And everything will be good. Look at Bush. Bush did the same shit. Bush. No, it wasn't Bush. I'm sorry. It was Bud Light. Canceled. So Bud Light did that. Obviously, you guys remember that they did the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing. And then they got nuked into orbit. And then about a year later, they hired Post Malone and Shane Gillis. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, woo! I think it's all like a long game. It's a long game marketing PR thing. People understand how social media works now. They're like, we're going to take advantage of this shit. Right? That's also true, PS2 Chyper. I agree with you in that aspect. Is like, do we think they're that smart? You know? The peg game. Oh my God, the peg game. Not the peg game. Cracker Barrel's lost $300 million in value. Yeah, but they might recover that. Right? Did you see the inside of the redesign with the Cracker Barrel? Yeah, it's awful. It is awful. They made all the walls just like stark white with just random shit on the walls. Not random shit, actually. Like designed symmetrical shit. You know? So. I bought Bud at the bottom. Yeah, it's a good idea. They ruined the inside of Cracker Barrel. They ruined everything, yeah. And like I said, you know what I equate it to? So I equate it to the Ozempic squad, the Ozempers. Where are they at? Here, I'll show you. So I tweeted this out earlier. I burped. Damn it. God, it's so fat. All right, so I tweeted this out earlier because I think this is a marketing ploy. Yada-da-da. So every celebrity is looking almost identical in the last 6 months, right? They all get the, what is it called? The balsamic fat removal. I might be butchering that. But they get the fat removal in their cheeks. They are all, for some reason, getting their eyebrows removed. And they're getting the most awful foundation makeup, the most awful plastic surgery possible. They're getting all these things changed. And buccal, thank you. My thought process is this is intentional, and they're all represented by the same marketing firm because it puts them in the news cycle. And being in the news cycle on social media is the most important thing that can exist. The most important thing that can exist is being in the news cycle, right? I mean, the biggest streamers of the world would have the biggest controversies ever, and they would just get bigger because of it. Like IShowSpeed. IShowSpeed was told that girl he was going to grape her to her face, and he only got bigger. He won a YouTube Streamer of the Year award a few months later, right? I think it's all based around negative press and shock value. By the way, there's a hypnotic raid. Hypnotic, Bambotic, Africa, Bambata. This is what we train for. This is what we train for. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bumblebee. Here by the bell, he don't really want to rumble, see? Pop and weave, stick and move, keep your hands up. When you fall down, dust it off and stand up. Africa, Bambata. Oh my God. Welcome to the Hypnotic Raiders. I love you. I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, I know you are. But if you're not, give it some love. Give it some cute, delicious love. We already hit the membership goal of 100 tonight. We are 280 from Double Fight Milk tonight on the goals. And I don't appreciate everybody for you. I love you. I appreciate you. 100 members tonight. You guys are goated. And it's, PS2 Chippers goated. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And we're closing in on double limit. PS2 Chipper says, I think the celeb plastic surgery is a modern mental illness. I can't remember the name, but there was a designer lady who died of anorexia because her publicist told her she was fat. Well, what would it be called? It would be called body dysmorphia. Bigorexia is what people suffer from in the gym. Luckily, I do not. Right? I'm perfectly happy with the size I am, muscle mass-wise. I'm cool with it. I don't really care to get any bigger than I am now. Because it would take a lot of PEDs, and I ain't doing that shit. I ain't trying to. There's a reason why I look 30-ish, and I don't look 50-ish, and it's because PEDs. You start PEDs, a month later, you look like you're 80. I would go bald in like a week. So no thank you. Marilyn Manson was ahead of his time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bring your own Boosie. What the hell, Wes? Chill out now. Come on, settle down, baby. Everybody in the Hypnotic Circle, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I love Hypnotic. He's the man. He's the goat. Art y'all, Mim Sevchenko says, what are PEDs? Performance-enhancing drugs, like steroids and stuff. In the gym community, we call it gear. Right? So no, better to enjoy pizza. Fuck, I wish. I would love some pizza right now, but I can't do that. Body dysmorphia makes me sad. I've seen what it's done to my friends. For those of you wondering, that's what transgender people have. Well, they have. I forgot the technical term. It might be body dysmorphia. I thought it was something else. I don't remember. Somebody will know. Don't be cruel. Those who are true. Yeah. So yeah, buddy, Anime Media. How you doing, buddy? Gender dysphoria. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm not a smart man. 15 likes to 300 thanks to Hypnotic's raid. We love you, Hypnotic. We appreciate you, man. We were talking about celebrities and body dysmorphia and marketing and PR firms and the conspiracy theory that negative press is the only thing people want nowadays. Negative press. I'll never stand it, but I think that's what they're looking for. You know, is negative press by any means necessary, because negative press is still press. You know. Oh, for sure, strong opinions. Yeah. So that's my idea behind it. Can we consider Botox as a drug that needs to be regulated or banned? Botox? Oh God, no. Botox is probably, man, it depends. It's probably the most harmless thing you can do. Because if you don't know, Botox basically used tastefully, basically can isolate certain muscles that are over exaggerated in people's faces. So some people have like really exaggerated like eyes or mouth lines, or like bridges of the nose, foreheads, anything like that. And Botox is used to treat migraines, exactly, because some people can't de-stress the muscles in their face. Have you ever been laying in bed and you'll notice like while you're trying to sleep that your face is curled up like you're cringing. It happens to me all the time. So if you tastefully use Botox, I have tons of female friends who tastefully use Botox. Small, like, what do they call it? The units. I forget the unit numbers, like 26 units, like in just certain areas. It wears off after 3 or 4 months. And I don't see a problem with that at all. Now, obviously, there are people that go way too overboard with it. But I think it's probably the most minimalist thing. I think women that are probably 26 and on should probably do it. So, in my opinion. CC's, yeah, probably. Is using HGH considered juicing? I'm probably. I would think so. I don't know nothing about HGH, but I would imagine so. Hypnotic. What's up, dude? How you doing, baby? I'm doing good, my friend. I'm surviving out here in this wild world. This wild-ass world, bro. I always thought the bedtime cringe face was from bad dreams. No, dude, I remember laying in bed. It happens to me all the time, and I'll notice that I'm squeezing really hard because I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'm freaking wide awake. You know what I'm saying? Those who do it every month for no reason. Oh yeah, 100% demonic. Now again, how do you regulate that? Right? Do you make it illegal? I don't know. I don't think so. Right? I kind of hold the opinion that most things should be legal within reason, like most drugs, blah blah blah, should be legal within reason. You know what I'm saying? I kind of hold the opinion that if you're an adult, you're an adult. You know, right? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Maybe set a prescription limit. Ugh. Well, maybe, but I mean, there's going to be somebody in a back alley that'll do whatever you want, right? And here's the issue: legal but discouraged. Sure. Here's the issue: is prescription limits can be set very low. For a good example of that is testosterone. So let's say you're 45 and you're feeling kind of down and out. You're feeling not driven. You're tired. You're worn out. Your PP is just not doing what you need it to do. You're like, okay, obviously, my testosterone is dropping. I'm aging. Let me get my testosterone tested, and I'll go get put on like Test E or something, right? Well, you go to the doctor, you get your testosterone tested, and they're like, oh, it's normal, actually. It's within the normal range. What you don't understand is the normal range is like this. The low end of the normal range is almost nothing. You're producing almost no testosterone, right? And then it goes all the way up to being abnormally high. And if you're on that low end where you're almost not producing any, but you're still producing a little bit, you're 45 years old, they will not prescribe it to you. Because technically you're within the normal range. Right? This is considered normal. This is considered normal. And that's the issue with that. Like, there are tons of dudes out there that are literally like, oh, I want to die. And it's because they need to be on testosterone. Because they're fucking 50. And they're like, you know what I'm saying? But you won't be prescribed it if for your age range, you're in normal range. Which could be basically less than a 16-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works sometimes. Egg, Piano Tim. Well, I haven't talked about egg or talked to egg in 10 years. Well, I guess it's been about 5 years, I guess. 100% chai tea, you're right there. That's the truth. HGH makes you look younger, keeps your skin soft, keeps you lean. Test X. It's the unit side. HGH keeps you younger and keeps your skin soft. Whoa, what? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, for sure, Professor Art. Well, how do you think every single actor gets jacked in like 2 months for a role? Every single actor that you've ever seen in your life that has a six-pack and a little bit of size is on gear. 100% across the board. There is no discrepancy. There's no discrepancy. To get shredded and have any muscle mass as a natty, it takes a decade of ungodly amounts of dieting and perfection. You can cut that down to 3 months if you're already relatively in shape. Most actors, like men, are going to be relatively in shape, right? Relatively. 3 months. 3 months, stack some shit for 12, 16 weeks, diet heavy, 3 months, you will get shredded. Right? So yeah, that's every doctor. Or sorry, every celebrity, every male celebrity. It's like Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, he said he didn't want to play Wolverine anymore because he felt like he was dying. And he claimed it was egg white omelets. But no. It was because he's on a lot of he's fucking 50, bro. Well, he's on a lot of gear and he's tired. You know, he's overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is, man. The Rock's on all that gear. Yeah, dude, he goes ham. He goes ham as hell. All right. We got to do some Naked Snake Boys and some Fight Milks. Unless I don't have eggs, then we won't do Fight Milk. We'll do it Monday, but I'll see. I'm sure I do. I don't know. I haven't looked in a while. I haven't looked, man. Okay. All right. I mean, who doesn't like to piss in some bottles, PS2 Chipper? We all love bottle pisses. Come on. Come on. Come on, boy. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh. It takes a decade to get to heavyweight on a shit ton of drugs. Well, what I'm saying, Chris McGough, is if you're all like not what is it? Chris Hemsworth, right? Looks like a god. Or he does when he's in film. He's already in the gym all the time. He's already a big dude. You know what I'm saying? He's already been on cycles here and there. He's got a new Marvel film coming up. All he's got to do is jump on and go fucking hard for a little while. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you take a fucking skinny little stick dude and then in 3 months he's going to be in a Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? You got to already relatively be there to just fucking start going ham real fast. You know what I'm saying? So I thought you keep your egg on the floor. What? No. Thank you. Hey, how you doing, amateur? Oh, is that my boy? Where's he at? Jeff on the road. We love all women. All women. Tab crash. My YouTube crashes daily. Like 5 times a stream, my YouTube crashes. Luckily, it's not StreamYard. It's just my tab on YouTube, so I just reopen it. Beep, 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 beep. Russell Hall. Yeah, so what a lot of people don't see is you'll see an actor, you know? You'll see an actor and they will be in a movie that was filmed in 2017, you know? And you'll be like, they're little, they're a small guy. And then a movie comes out in 2022 and they're fucking jacked. Yeah, it's because that other one was filmed in 2015 and this one was filmed in, 2020, right? 5 years. If you told me, for example, it's for double Fight Milk PS2 Chipper. If you told me, for example, that, hey, Cody, here's a contract. We saw you on YouTube. This is a hypothetical, by the way, guys. Obviously, so this would never happen. We saw you on YouTube, and this person within our production knows about you, and we want you to do this small part in a Marvel film. You're going to be this random ass hero that's fucking jacked. We're going to film it in 2026, in November 2026. Here's your contract. Yeah. That 2 days later, I'll be on gear. Probably provided by this production. It'll probably all be lined out. And I will look the part when filming happens. You know what I'm saying? Right? So, we're going to pay you $400,000 up front. Yeah, boys. I quit everything. I have retired from everything else. We're getting jacked. We're going to be in this movie. You know? So, but yeah, I digress. I appreciate you guys. Let's do some, let me see if I can just imagine a roided out Cody. Bro, I'd be fucking massive. Let me, it's something I've kind of always wanted to try, but I also kind of don't really want to try it. You know, I said I might in my 40s, but I'm getting old, man. We got eggs. Let me see if I got some eggies. Take gear and Botox your dong. Put that on a shirt. What? Botox your dong. Wait. Oh, man, never. Please. What flavor? Oh, it's mint. I only do mint. Thank you, Holly. I'd rather see Cody in the next Transformers movie driving a race car, transforming, fighting CGI robots. Yes. Yes. Cocaine was included in the budget for 80s movies. That's how people stayed thin, dude. People stayed thin back in the day for that. 100%. Daniel Craig said he didn't want to continue filming James Bond movies because he couldn't stand working out anymore for the role. Let's see. I feel like Daniel Craig was always pretty small, though. Daniel Craig. Shirtless. Oh, my Google is going to be messed up, huh? My Google's going to be like, what are you doing, Cody? What are you doing, Cody? Daniel Craig. How old's Daniel Craig? I don't know, man. Daniel Craig doesn't look super juiced. He looks like he's probably on TRT. He's a pretty thick dude, though. Yeah, he might have been on something. Let's pull this up. He looked pretty good here. He got a kind of a distended gut. He was probably on some good TRT, maybe some HGH or something. I love Mint. We love Mint. Mint's been on my show a few times. I like Daniel Craig. I think he's fun. All right. All right. Big shout out to my boys here. Love you, Holly. Let's see where we ended up. We're at 521, 100 memberships tonight. PS2 Chipper's the GOAT tonight. Appreciate you, bud. Of course, not sure. I think it was in there as well. Thank you, boys. Appreciate you, boys. We are one naked snake from 500. If we hit the 500 naked snake, guys, I'll be doing roughly a 24-hour stream either next Thursday or Friday. I have to see when the exact release time is for Metal Gear, because that's going to be the goal. We're going to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake. It's coming out. We are going to we're going to have a fundraiser for my next few events. We're going to shout it out. We're going to go to the moon and back. We're going to have a lot of fun. So the Traps and Shoulders are round or a giveaway. Yeah, dude. People don't know that. Isn't that crazy to you, Kristen McGough, that people never understand the roundness of shoulders? That is the first thing I look at. How round are your shoulders? Whoop. You look like you got two little bowling balls in there. Yeah, you're on something. Otherwise, I've seen true natties. There are true natties at my gym that I know personally, and they're natties, and they got pretty good genetics, and they got some good abs, but they got a little bit of size, but their shoulders, from their shoulder like bone, goes arched down. It's like straight. It's like straight. That's how you can tell. It's like straight. August 28th. Well, I know when it comes out, McSteller. I'm saying what time exactly does it come out? Like, what is the o'clock? Bottle pisses are superior. Wait a minute. What the hell you on, boy? What the hell you on, boy? All right, let's do some Naked Snook. Let me go get my Fight Milk supplies, and we're going to do some Naked Snake, and then we're going to have a good time. I need a glass, though, because my last glass is gross. Piss on the carpet, even better. All right, okay, calm down. All right, okay, calm down, bro. I piss in drawers. That's how the real boys do it. All right, boys. We will be back Monday. All right. But we got to do some stuff. So thanks for Hypnotic for the raid. Let me pick off a raid. Stream releases 6 a.m. Pacific on August 28th. 6 a.m. Pacific, which is 8 a.m. here. The 28th. So it should be out. So we'll probably do it, probably starting at noon on Thursday, assuming we hit the 500th Naked Snake. Okay, here we go. All right, let me place the musical stylings of Alex Jones, and then we are going to do Naked Snake, and then Fight Milk. All right, let's do it, boys. I'll see you in 2 seconds. Get the hell on it, diggity dog on it, and 5 blocks away from 300.
System, the company store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're one giant death factories keeping babies alive. They're selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? apple wagon face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna steal your daughter at the mall. We're gonna steal your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
All right. You guys ready? Are y'all ready for this? Beep, 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 beep. Ping on your significant other in the shower. What the hell does that mean? Ping? P? 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 You saying P? Oh. AJ Sledge. How you doing, buddy? Today, we're going to use a butter pecan bourbon by the illustrious Mossy Horn. Great people at Mossy Horn. One of my NASCAR sponsors. Good people. We're gonna go ham. So this, hopefully this. I'm hoping this will actually be pretty good because it's white. You know, it's white. It matches, right? It matches. Yeah. All right, boys. Let's do Naked Snake for the boys. Sounds good. Let's hope it's good. I think it'll be much better than what I was gonna do. I was gonna do gin, and I was like, wait a second. No. Okay. Peanut butter from Screwballs Candy and Dangerous Whiskey. No. All right. Let's move on. Let's do some Naked Snake real quick. Oh, let me find something. Barracuda. I think we're gonna do dirt Cuda. I think Barracuda. I think Barracuda is the one. If I raid you Barracuda, you better entertain these folks. How drunk is Barracuda? Actually, before I raid Barracuda, how drunk is Barracuda? I don't even see Barracuda. I see a random person. I don't even know who that is. Derek! Come on, boy! All right. We'll raid Derek. Raid incoming, so he gets ready. He gets his clothes on. Okay. All right, boys. Let us do some Naked Snake. All right. It's always white. Always matches, right? Yes. Yes. Here we go, boys. You guys ready for Naked Snake for the 499th show in a row? Let's do it, boys. Here we go. All that rhymed. Oh, my God, boys. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Oh, no. Here we go. Oh, my God. Chai Tea has already chimed in. You know what time it is. Strip dollars. Oh, my God. $4.99, boys. Here we go.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
Donna.
I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
Helena. They're coming in, boys. Oh my God, here we go, boys. Donna, Helena, Tristan. Here we go. Snake eater Tristan. In my time. Oh, Rube. There be nobody else. Narco Wookie. Crime. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. I slay. Anime.
Someday you'll go red. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Oh my God, can you feel it? I give my life. Not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Yeah. Crime. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 499 in a row, boys. Narco Wookie. Oh my God. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Hot diggity damn Billy, Rob, Kylie Goff, Kristen McGoff, my boys. Thank you. Caros, Tristan. Gosh, you guys are wild. Gabriel and Billy. You guys are crazy as hell. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all you do for the snake. We are up against the 500th Monday. It's going to be a good time. Here we go. Reagan. You guys ready for Fight Milk? Because I think we're ready. Did Daracuda end his stream when I told him I was rating him? Daracuda, what the fuck? Daracuda, what the hell? What the hell, Daracuda? We'll check again in a minute. Thank you, Reagan. I love you, dude. All right, here we go. Now it's time for the illustrious Fight Milk. Today we're using butter pecan bourbon for the first time ever. And we got our eggies. We got a whole fresh batch of eggs, luckily. So, big shout out to PS2 Chipper for 71 memberships tonight from PS2 Chipper. That's wild. Let me make sure here. Derek with 1. Great Black Sheep with 1. Andy ran with 20. Damn. Vermin Infested coming in strong. Stephanie, I love you. Appreciate you. Not sure. And, of course, PS2 Chipper going ham as hell. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you for all your love, boys. You guys are crazy as hell. We are going to be 200 away from 1,000 members. So make sure you remember to be a member. Remember to be a member. Why? Because just like PS2, this is what you need to be like him. Because he is.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Hell yeah. All right. Oh my God. Here we go. It's time, boys, for the Fight Milk. It didn't splash me this time, at least. Number 1. Number one. Number dos. Egg number dos. No eggshell. No eggshell. No eggshell. I think we got a little. No, we're good. Shocking. All right, there's our eggies. PS2 still wants some membership. Rest in peace. It is not going to happen, my friend. Come on, Billy. Come on, Billy. All right. Here is the fight milks. Let's get the milk in there. There's your milks. And we won't be able to discern the bourbon from the milk because it is also white. Or maybe it will curdle. I don't really know. I've never used it, so. Did Derek die? Let's see if Derek died. I don't know. Is Derek pissed at me? He just disappeared. Derek, come on, man. What the hell, Derek? What the hell, Derek? All right, anyways. If not, we'll try Kayla Kent. I don't know if I can raid Kayla Kent because I don't know if she has them turned on. I'll look, though. Arlie Army. We love Arlie Army. Usually, if you can't raid them, they're not on the list. But I'll try it anyway. Nope, she does not allow raids. All right. Here we go. Leave it out for a while. No, Jay Sledge. No. No. All right. You weren't curdled if you drink it fast. That's the idea. All right. So here's the bourbon mossy horn butter pecan. I have tried this by itself and it was all right. So, come on. All right, here we go. Some. Ooh! Ooh! All right. Very interesting. It's like creamy spice. All right, boys. Here we go. That's a lot. We put a lot in that bitch. It looks all right, though. Smells really smelly. Smells really smelly, though. Very buttery, you know. Very, very buttery. It's time for Fight Milk, boys. Let's have a good night tonight. I appreciate you guys for everything you do for you, boy. You guys are goated. Awesome show today. Awesome people. I appreciate you guys so much for everything you do for me. Obviously, we'll be back Monday, so don't forget. And if we hit Fight Milk Monday, or sorry, Naked Snake Monday, we're going to have a crazy-ass time, probably Thursday. 90% sure Thursday. We're going to set everything up. We're going to have a lot of fun. So let's get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it. Here we go, boys. You ready? You ready? It's that time again, boys. We have the Fight Milk, PS2 Chiper, Vermin Infested, Not Sure, Duracuda. Everybody went wild as hell for your boy on the Fight Milk grounds. So we're doing it today for the boys. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you guys like the stream on the way out. And then we're going to see if we can raid somebody. See if Derek comes back, and we'll do that. And we'll have some good fun. So let's get the hell on it. F's in the chat for your boy. F's in the chat for your boy. It's now time. We're going hard. Oh, my God. Put the F's in the chat, boy. Here we go. Oh, my God. I can feel it. I feel it coming, boys. Ooh. Oh, for the first time, we got butter pecan bourbon in here. Get the hell on it, doggone it. You guys ready? Oh, my God. Ain't nothing but a peanut, boys. Let's go. Woo! My God. Can you believe it? Can you feel it? Oh. That actually feels like what's supposed to be in there. That, I'm not shitting you. That's not bad. Woo! That's about 40 grams of protein right there. Oh, that was good. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. Can you feel it? Can you feel the nut tonight? All right. Let's see if Derek came back so we can raid my boy. Mercury Manor's live. Maybe Derek's internet went out or something. Yeah, I think Derek's done. Let me double and triple check here, and then we'll raid. Thank you guys so much. Hiller from Kentucky, my boy. Ashley M.A., the beautiful art clown. Piano TM. Chai T. Donna Billy. You guys know who you are. PST Chopper. Freaking Kristen Magoof. All the boys. Rob. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love. All of your love. All your love. All of the love. Carousel. I don't see Carousel. I do not see the Carousel live. At all. My stomach is already fucked up, though. Here we go. I feel it coming. Think of the children, my God. Keros live. I don't see him live. Am I crazy? Derek's back. Okay, you guys are fucking with me now. Stop fucking with me. Derekuda. This motherfucker. All right, Derek's live. We're going to raid Derek. Let's hope it works this time. It works. We're raiding Derek. Say Cam raid in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Get the hell on it. His peanuts are different, bro. I tell you what. We've all watched it. I'll see you guys over there. Say Cam raid in the chat. Give him some love, please. Thank you. We love you. You guys are the goats. Hell yeah. Love you guys. Thank you guys so much for all your love. We'll see you guys over. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog on it. Make anime. Appreciate it. Check glass.